It's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. If you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you'll find me out at the sugar shack. Spring is here, and those maples are all tapped. We got cold beer, and those buckets are full of sap. So I guess it's maple syrup time again, and you can smell the maple sugar in the wind. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you find me out at the sugar shack. All here, and there's still lots of room. Let's get weighed, play that maple sugar tune, and we can boil all day and all night, and pray that the sugar comes out right. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you'll find me out at the sugar shack. All right, you know it, let's sing it. And it's a great day to be in the sugar shack. That sounds good. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. It's as sweet as maple syrup. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back. I'm here, but you find me out at the sugar shack. And if you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you find me out at the sugar shack. Hey Jeff, is that getting close? You find me out at the sugar shack. Oh, it smells good, brother. You'll find me out at the sugar shack. I think we better take off our batch. Hey man, we're waiting on you at the sugar shack. It's a great day to be in the sugar shack. Have a few drinks while we boil down the sack. If you're looking for me, I don't know when I'll be back, but you'll find me out at the sugar shack.
Hey, hey, hey. Well, if that doesn't get your giddy up and go, I don't know what will. So, as you can see, I'm not downstairs today. I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying. Sorry, Ginger and Glenda, if you're in here. Bad. I shouldn't have said that, but anyways. I'm trying to get ready because I leave Saturday for a 5-day conference in the big city of Toronto. Ew. I hate the city. I would rather take a great big old long knife and cut my arm. Bad analogy as well. I'll figure something out. So, I was going to cancel today, and then I'm like, nah, I just had to cancel Procrastination Thursday whenever I wasn't well. So I'm like, well, go ahead. What could happen? The worst that can happen is we go 3 or 4 hours. Or the best case scenario is an hour and a half. Anybody willing to put up a bet? I bet you it's closer to 3. Anyways, I don't know about y'all down there, but we've been under a burn ban up here. And I've had 5 farmers. That wasn't planned. Call me this morning. Councillor Broom, we want to burn on our farms and we can't because of the burn ban. I'm like, well, you can't. Well, it's raining out. Go into the bush, flip the leaves over, and tell me what you see. All 5, nobody's called back. 'Cause it's frickin' tinder dry. Like, we just had another bushfire here yesterday. It's like, I get it. We have a whole bunch of stuff to burn on the farm too. But we can't. Well, it's up to you to allow farmers to do it. And I'm like, well, when did I start getting into higher end politics? Oh, I tell you what. Sparkle socks. You guys, if you saw my short, he's gone done it now. I had a fella, he was filling up in front of me yesterday, just before I did the little short there. And he had a tear in his eye. And he's like, I have to get to work, but I have to feed my family too. Now, he builds houses and he's working an hour from home right now. Well, you go to wonder why this guy's, our major non-snowflake media outlet said that it'll be over $2 by the middle of June to the 1st of July this year. So $2, and that's a liter. So let me put that into perspective. It's 4.28 liters per gallon. So we're going to be well up into the $9, $10 a gallon. And I'm talking low-end fuel. The gas that I put through my lawn tractor is high test. I bet you a 5-gallon jug is going to cost me $50-$60 to fill it. Thank goodness it'll last me most of the summer, because the Cub Cadet that I got is tremendous on fuel. So thank goodness for that. Oh, I'm on my phone and I got myself a friend. Oh, there's my friend. Hello, friend.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. We're just, shooting the poo, and we're procrastinating, having that coffee.
Yeah. I was just listening to your talking about the cost of fuel up there right now, and ours took a jump yesterday, like 30 cents, I think, a gallon. And I know that's nothing like what's up there. So when are you guys going to be? When are they going to put you guys to where you can't use a Cub Cadet unless it's electric? When are they going to do that?
I think we're under the same mandate as what you guys are, and that 2035 they're going to try to mandate us to be fully electric. Now, they're talking we're talking log trucks, okay?
Yeah.
And there was I wish I could find it, because I'd love to do like a voiceover on it. This owner, young gentleman, probably mid-30s, doing very well for himself. They're pushing electric down his throat. And he said, for me, I want to do hybrid, which cuts gas emissions by 50%. He's like, I'm okay with that. He's like, putting a generator in the truck that's the way to do it. But no. They want him to do lithium, the same as what they do with the little putt-putt cars, on a great big log truck who's gonna yank out of the bush, 128,000 pounds of logs.
Right.
It's gonna take 3 kilowatts of electricity per day for this gentleman to run one truck.
Right.
And they just built a new dam. Maybe I forget the state that they just built it. Took them 15 years to build the dam that will generate 1 kilowatt.
Yeah.
Each log truck takes 3 kilowatt, and they're trying to push this kid into, well, I call him a kid. He's 20 years younger than me, so he's a kid.
Right.
They're trying to push this young fella into bankruptcy. Like he's gonna lose his whole livelihood. His men are gonna lose their jobs. You know, his wife and family that he has running the office gone. All because they want to try to throw something down our throats. And let's face it, yes, they do a lot of like logging down your end as well, but up here primarily, it's a 12-month a year. You know, we have the resources in Canada. That's what we're known for, is our lumber and paper and what else, because it's a renewable resource.
Right.
And this young man, just how he talked was just, it was tremendous. And he's like, how can you justify? He's like, this one dam that took 15 years to build is 1 kilowatt. That's not even gonna, electrify my trucks overnight.
Well, you're missing part of the point there, and part of the point.
I know.
Now you got to remember that the stuff that loads those trucks, okay, the stuff that loads those trucks, they aren't going to be driving that to a plug-in somewhere, okay. So it's going to have to sit on site, and whenever all that stuff has to sit on site, that means, they can run a diesel generator.
Yep.
All night long on it and get enough charge to run it for about an hour.
Yep.
So, they didn't save anything because they're running a diesel generator all night to run it about an hour during the day. Yep. So and I have the same thing, the same quandary up here. I run a dozer, I run heavy equipment, stuff like that. So my dozer has actually been on site where it's at right now since November. I mean, it's in the field since November, sitting there. Okay. And there's no way to plug it into anything out there. So, and I'm not going to haul that back and forth to a shop overnight to set it up and run it, Yeah. There's no, what the cost to build things would go to if you had to do that? I mean, it would be so exorbitant. Everybody be living in a tent. I'm telling you, yeah. Right now.
Well,
because it's just,
and now maybe you're on
crazy.
Something else. Because if we become dependent on who's trying to throw these laws at us, guess what, folks? They got you right underneath your finger.
Right.
And I'm far from a conspiracy theorist, but you got to look at what's coming down the pipe.
It's not conspiracy, it's common sense.
Well,
it's just simple common sense.
True.
I mean, it's one of those things where the people who actually do it should be able to say, okay, but here's the scenario. And they say, oh, okay. Instead, they go, no, you guys are wrong. We've got it all figured out. You guys can, do this. and people are just going to quit doing it. They're just going to be, if I have to do all of this, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to sit back. I'll sell my equipment. I'm going to sit back.
Absolutely. And I saw the best meme yesterday. It was a bunch of Tesla trucks on the back of a car hauler, a diesel car hauler hauling these AI vehicles.
Right.
They've already proven, right? Look at the mess that Chicago was in this winter.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little bit of snow and they had a whole lot of cold. Well, it froze those cars solid. Mm-hmm. And it froze the chargers solid. You couldn't charge.
Right.
What a mess they were in.
Yeah.
Instead of, and I'm all for hybrid. I've researched it. It's lead batteries, you know, they're fully 100% recyclable. Everybody says that the lithium batteries are recyclable, but they'll never show you inside the recycle plant.
Oh, no.
So we have one that apparently is about 2 hours away. I should be able to get a picture of it on the train down to Toronto on Saturday. And if I can, I'll try to film it. But it's like, you know, like this young lad said, if you'd let me cut my emissions by 50%, I'm going to be farther ahead than you forcing this electric down. Like he said, he's went to his municipality and said, I need, and I know, I think he said about 24 kilowatts supplied to my yard. The municipality and the hydro company laughed in his face. And that would be another 50 years before they could even think about doing that.
Right.
That guy's going to be long gone by then. So what do we do without log trucks? We got to get the logs from the bush so that these politicians can wipe their there's a whole lot of in politician land.
Right, exactly. It's you know, it just takes about not even an ounce of common sense. That's all it takes is to figure out, wait a minute.
There isn't so
with
much
the current way we have of charging things, the current amount of electricity that we can provide, we cannot do what we are going to mandate. So what they should do, I mean, they can, if they work on something, and I think electric is the wrong way to go. I really do. I think that hydro is the way to go. Make it out, from water. Make your power from water. If you're not going to use fossil fuels, go with water. And but they because creating electricity, they're using, like I said, a dam is not the best way to create electricity. Okay, no. Because you have low water situations. You can't run those constantly, because basically you just run all the water out. Wind is not the way, because you've got, no wind situations. I don't know how many times I've seen the windmills all stopped up going towards South Dakota, through Kansas, et cetera, et cetera. I've seen them frozen. I've seen them in no wind situations, not being able to turn, et cetera, et cetera. So solar is dependent upon the sun, the actual sun being where you can see it. If it's cloudy, solar is not the best. I mean, Tony and Joni can tell you about that up in Canada land. So they're always concerned whenever it's really, really cold and the sun is not shining up there.
Well, and he's only got, Tony's got four 400 watt panels.
Yeah.
He was actually installing them whenever I stopped by to visit there last Thanksgiving.
Right.
that's it. Like, if you don't, up in Canada, the sun moves so much. Well, I guess anywhere, but primarily up here, it does move at a high rate of speed, that they've actually got the solar panels that follow the sun, so that they can actually generate enough electricity.
Enough for what? Enough electricity for what? Enough electricity to run a bunch of log trucks?
Oh, they're not, like you look at Pennsylvania, running down through.
Hi, Jamie.
Running down, the Adirondacks and whatever. There's tons and tons and tons of these bird killing things up in the sky. Well, guess what? They're all stopped because they either made too much noise for the municipality that was near it. And I'm sorry, but one thing California did do, they jumped into bed with this, alternative, and they've proven time and time and time again, don't do it, because you'll bankrupt your state / province, and it's just, and then you look at, there's apparently some kind of grant right now in Canada to get me off of fossil fuels. The government is going to buy me heat pump for my house on a grant. The only thing I have to pay is for the heat pump. And they're talking about even covering that. So I was supposed to have a gentleman call me yesterday. They're so busy with this thing. He texted me back and said, yeah, I might be able to get to you next week. I'm like, dude, if that's the way you run your business, don't you worry about calling me. But yeah, they want us. So again, they're going from fossil fuels. They're trying to throw electricity down my throat, from the power company at, what is it? I think we're paying like 12 cents a kilowatt hour during the day. Like, it's astronomical what they're charging here. But again, fossil fuels is killing me. The last fill up on my 900 liter tank was with the carbon tax and all that crap that he's shoving down our throats, was $1,789, and that's 6 weeks.
Wow.
Now, good until September, but I'm sorry. I'm very, very fortunate that I've got an amazing wife with an amazing job at the hospital. Because if I had to try to do that on my disability, there ain't no way. And people are wondering why folks can't they can't stay in their homes.
Right.
Like the hospitals trying to, keep seniors in their home.
Yeah.
Well, the upper tier governments are going, give me your last dollar. And these older folks on fixed incomes, they can't stay in their homes. And they come to us as municipal politicians. What have we got? 7,400 people in our municipality. I bet you 2/3 of that are seniors. Like, what? It's such a crying shame that they have nowhere to go. They can't afford rent. They can't afford to keep their homes anymore. And they're coming to the municipalities asking for financial help. Well, unfortunately, I can't tax a working person to supplement somebody that's on a fixed income, And it just breaks my heart to see some of these older folks. You go and have a cup of tea and, and they just give you the story, and there's tears running down their cheeks the entire time.
Yeah, we have those basically Facebook little gossip pages or what's happening in this town, et cetera, et cetera. And I was reading one yesterday, and there was a lady in there, and she was going, all right. She goes, it's to that point. She has a job. Okay. She has a good job. She said, but it's to the point, and she doesn't qualify for what we, SNAP or food stamps or anything like that because of her job. Her job is good enough to where she doesn't qualify. So she has now to the point where she can either pay her rent or buy some food or put some gas in her car, but not all three.
Mm-hmm.
So she can either pay rent and buy a little bit of food and put no gas in her car whatsoever, or she can forego the rent and buy food and gas to get to work, or but she says she can't do it all. She can't do all of them.
Yeah.
So, she's thinking about quitting her job so that she can get assistance, I guess. And this is the thing, people should never have that situation. They should never have the situations where they go from gainfully employed, which they're not gainfully employed, obviously at this point, where they go from employed to let's go off being employed so that we can get enough help so that we can live.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong, because you run out of people who are employed to pay for all of these programs and stuff like that. And we're there. I mean, we're there. We're over 50%, I think right now, that are not working. And we're not putting folks, they're not kids. Family is not a priority anymore. Having more children, used to, I think they said it takes like 3 new children in order to pay the taxes for, the outgoing population, per household, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Per married household. And that's not happening.
No.
So, and then you had the boomers retiring and stuff like that, which is, I don't begrudge that. I think everybody should retire whenever they deserve their retirement. But you had so many awesome people who were working, who were boomers. And then you've got the upcoming that aren't really all that interested in working. So if you go from a working society to a society that's not really all that keen on working, then you don't have a tax base. Yeah, I saw that. Seen on the news the other night that they want people over 75 to go back to work. And that's because they're the only ones that will.
Yeah.
And
that's it. You've got the senior population that was instilled in them from a very and I'm very fortunate that my kids don't rank with the norm,
right.
And they've been working since they could.
I was watching a deal the other day. There was a fellow who was actually touting socialism, and it was a program, and he was talking about all the things that would be happening. And one person popped in. It was his audience. I mean, this was his audience. He was young, college graduate, these progressive young folks. That was who he was actually putting this out to. And one of them made a comment that just blew the whole argument. And that the argument was, can I still have my PS5? And the guy goes, well, in a socialist program, the way it works is we have to see if the collective folks, like it would have to go to everybody. The collective would have to agree that it is to the benefit for you to have a PS5. And if it's not to the benefit for you to have a PS5, then, but yes, you could have one. You could have one, but everybody's got to agree that you can have one. It's not that you can just get up one morning and go, hey, I want a PS5 and run down to the store and buy one. You can't do it that way. So the backside of that is, since it's socialism, nobody's going to want to build a PS5. Okay. So even if you want a PS5, there's not going to be a PS5 for you to get, because nobody's going to. And Jamie, I know you say you don't play video games, but you see, the problem is the folks who would vote in something like this do play video games. And that one thing was just like mind blowing to them that they couldn't just get and what the consensus is socialism is, I can sit home and I can play PS5 all day.
Yeah.
And somebody will pay for it. But then whenever you really get down into it, no, you can't, because nobody's going to build a PS5. The collective is not going to determine that it's in your best interest to have a PS5. So, it's, and somebody else said it best. They said, if you're poor under capitalism, you'll be dead under socialism.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And you see the way it's going here in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on our shores, guys.
I heard, and I heard yesterday that you guys added 1.3 million illegals last year.
Oh, they're
1.3 in 1 year, 1.3 million in Canada. So that's big for your population.
Whenever we have 27 million, that's 1/27th of our population came in illegally last year.
Yeah, in 1 year.
But so the countries and the people that want to come in illegally.
Hey, Tony.
They meet in Brazil. And from Brazil, they start their trek up and across into Mexico, cross the border, which they're met with a 48-person coach.
Mm-hmm.
They straight up to Chicago, drop, cut across to New York City, drop. The rest, yeah, folks, they come here.
Right.
Like, it's unfortunate. Like, my barber, he immigrated here legally from Lebanon many, many years ago. And he never, ever wanted, or not that he didn't want, he never got a citizenship. Like he said, my wife's Canadian, my kids are Canadian. I'll get to it. I'm busy, because of the work ethic.
Yes.
And work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to provide for his family. Well, turn around. I don't even, guys, if I get cut off, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Maybe.
Yeah. So he gets a letter in the mail. It's time now that you apply. So he's like, okay. So studied the whole thing that they have to do for incoming. I think you have to get 15 out of 20 for a pass. He got 14 because there was one question he got mixed up on. The intake judge could barely speak English. And he said, can I please take it verbally and I will get 20 out of 20. I just got mixed up with one of these words. Again, the man owns his own business, employs 3 to 4 people. Like he's for a small community like ours, he's a half decent employer.
Right.
She failed him.
Oh, wow.
So the lady who is the judge has been here less than Pascal.
Mm.
Get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Failed him. She came from a different part of the world. And he's left sitting in his, and he said, I'm so upset at myself. I lost my cool. And he said, I just took my finger and he said, I waved it in her face and said, you are one of me. I'm here to make a better life for my family who are Canadian. And his wife, ancestors come from Lebanon. Like, you know, it wasn't an arranged marriage. They're on the Catholic side of Lebanon. And so he was sitting on pins and needles because he gets 1 or 2 more tries. And I said, what are they going to do? Rip you from your family? I said, I know I'm only a small little pea, but you call me or I'll go in with you. Because I said, this is absolutely ridiculous that a man of your grace, you know, like just, you know, employing people, you're putting food on their tables, you know, up here, you got to make a half decent wage or you can't afford a house. And that's what we've always told our kids. Your bedrooms are your bedrooms here in the house. If you cannot financially save or whatever to get your own place, I never want to see you go out and live in a trailer. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't mean a trailer in Canada is not the same as Oklahoma. We have 5 months where everything would freeze up on that trailer. Very, very few people have like single wide, double wide here in Canada because just it's just our weather. It's our climate.
Right.
And they want to try to rip petroleum away from us. Well, that might be okay down in Louisiana or southern Texas where they get 1 week of cold. And I think what did Jesse and Lisa get this year? 1 week that it got about 32?
I don't know. I was down there hunting in South Texas, and they don't even insulate the houses because, because they don't.
No,
you know.
No, they don't. And you know, where we saw that was it 3 years ago that the big freeze happened?
Mm-hmm.
And
they got it hard.
They learned very quickly that insulation's needed.
Yes.
And keep your house cooler and it keeps your house warmer.
That's right.
And that's why my house isn't built with 2x4 studs. The wall behind me is 2x6, full of insulation.
Tony, I'm reading all your stuff out there in the chat, and I agree with you totally. The having to wait that long, then you got you can't get a free cell phone, but they do. I don't get $2,000 per month living allowance, but they do. I don't mind people coming here legally, but still illegals I have struggle accepting. I can't get any doctors or health care, but illegals are handed it free. So, and I'm not trying to be, this isn't hate speech or anything like that. It's just, it's all common sense. And the common sense is if you don't have a system set up for that, like if you don't have a housing, a way of housing all these folks, and I mean housing, I'm not talking about living under a bridge or taking over somebody's vacant property or cabin or whatever and just saying it's mine now, which that happens here. I know it's happening here in the States, and it's probably happening up there too. Here you can't, because of the rental rules. If they come and they take over your rental property, or say you've got a cabin somewhere, or you got, I mean, I could have found it down there where we deer hunt. Our camper was down there. If somebody was to go down to our camper and break in and start living in it, and I didn't see them for, say I didn't go down there for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I go down there, I couldn't legally kick them out of it.
Squatters' rights.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're not quite as bad as what you like. I do watch some of these YouTube people that they buy and sell property, and these people come in and break in the middle of the night, and these folks, it takes them upwards of a year to 2 years to evict them.
Yeah.
And you got to almost outsmart them. As long as they don't leave the house, you can't kick them out. But as soon as they leave the house, you can run in and lock the door, and now it's your house again. I'm like, wow, that's, we're just about there. But I know my friend, it took about 3 to 6 months for him to evict a couple who decided that after COVID, they didn't want to pay rent anymore. Why should they pay rent and make him rich? You're living in his freaking house.
Exactly. I mean,
if
he took the person takes the they take the initial financial hit. Building anything is extremely expensive. I mean, we're up to about, for a modest home, we're up to, 100, getting up toward 200 bucks a square foot.
Yeah.
That's for a modest, like no frills. You're not going to see, the drop ceilings and all that stuff for that. So a couple of $100 a foot, and then build it, when you're going to rent it out, and you're going to try to get some of your money back. And that's just common sense. So you're providing a much needed product,
yep,
which is a home to live in. And of course you should be compensated for that. But if you're not going to be compensated, why would you do it? I mean, why would you even do? I mean, I wouldn't do it. There's no way I'd build a house and go, all right, I'm just going to, whoever wants to live in it, go ahead. I mean, I did, because I don't have the money to do that. I can't.
Well,
and I don't know many people who can. People who would can't.
Yeah. A buddy of mine and myself, we looked at a six or seven apartment building, and we finally said no. We were gonna jump in, and this was long before COVID. I was still working, so finances were a little more fluent than what they are now. And we looked at it, and there was holes in the walls. And I said, now all this will be fixed. They said, oh no, they don't have to pay for any of that anymore. I'm like, they kicked the you-know-what out of my wall in my building. Yeah, they're going to be paying for it one way or another. And they're like, you legally cannot charge. Well, you can charge them, try to take them civilly, but what are you going to get? You can't get blood from a stone. These people they've either taken their money as cash. They have no traceable income. And I'm like, wow, like just crazy. And Tony, if you want to come up, bud, I dropped the link there a little while ago. Yeah. Well, I was saying that at the beginning of the show, Tony. They said mid-June we'll be up over $2 a gallon.
$2 a liter, right?
Sorry, yes.
I'm going to say $2 a gallon.
Over $2.
I'm moving to Canada. Not.
Yes, Lila.
Because I wouldn't be able to have my.
Don't worry. Gertrude's never far away.
Yeah, squatters' rights is insane, Karen said. And that's it's I mean, you just can't.
Absolutely, Lila.
Can't do that.
It's scary.
Can't figure out how people have time for lives and busier than a one-arm baseball player. Yeah, and Jesse is texting me right now. That's what my phone keeps going ding ding ding. That's Jesse. So, and I'll get with you on that, Jesse. So, and Christine is really busy. She's working right now, and so.
Oh well, you know what, Tony, if you're out working, buddy, you have yourself a lunch and you go get them.
Yeah, this is definitely in his wheelhouse for topics of conversation. So maybe another procrastination if he's not busy or something like that. We can have a little
on a Thursday. Friday. Yeah, we'll do it on a Friday night. There's no real timeline. If you want to vent, you vent. And, you know, what we're going through, I guarantee you at least a couple people in here in the chat are going through the same thing. Like Scotty, he's been, several months now. There's trouble. But Scotty's been off due to disability. I get you, brother. They put me off in October 2016. You're
right, Dale. It is bananas. Absolutely bananas.
Yeah. It's so, don't think that you're going through, and it's funny how we keep going back to this every Thursday. Don't think you're because you're not.
I mean, it's on people's minds. I mean, it's something you think about. I tell you what, I go to the grocery store most of the time. It's no secret. Christine works a lot. She works from home, but she works a lot. So a lot of time, the groceries that we have to get, I pick them up. So I know, I mean, just like all these other folks out here, I know when I go to the grocery store, I'm in shock every single time. Go to a convenience store and get yourself a snack and a pop and walk and see if you walk out with a good feeling. You're like, wow, I just spent that on this.
A bottle of pop and a small bag of chips is on the side of on the upper side of $5 up here.
Oh yeah, that's what same way here. It's yeah. If you get a little bag of chips, I'm talking about mostly air, and a pop just like that right there. Yep. You're going to spend almost $6.
Yeah,
right there. I mean, and that was, just a very, very, very few years ago. And I'm talking, I can count it on my hand. That same deal. Hey, Jesse.
What are we hemming and hawing about?
Yeah, we're just hemming and hawing. But just a very, very few short years ago, and I'm talking, I could count the number of years on my hand. I could have got that same deal for about $3.
Yep.
So, yeah.
For $1.50 for the bottle of pop.
Hit me, Wanda. Hip me, Wanda.
Yep. And then less than like you could still get like I'm a big Little Debbie's snack cakes fan, and all of those were like 99 cents.
Yeah.
99 cents. Now they're $2.50. She
was little when the price was little, Johnny. She's big Debbie now.
Oh no,
sorry, she's Big Debbie now. Little Debbie was 99 cents. They're kind of like $2.50 now.
Yeah, but Little Debbie's lost a lot of weight, and she's gone up.
Man, I see all kinds of charcuterie paddles back there. I see-
Those are blanks. Those aren't. You
I
ain't,
know.
you ain't
They
singing
got
the
sticky
real
notes
stuff.
on them because somebody's going, "Oh, I'm going to put this on
Those are
that."
blanks. kind of like what Canada shoots blanks.
But anyway, yeah, it's yes. There you go. They're not.
Notice the word you.
I just paid $9 for a 6-pack of cola. Lila said,
What?
"Wow."
It's not even that here, Lila, but upstate New York is I got to say they're pretty close to what we are for tax and whatever else. They just don't have the carbon tax yet.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I don't see him going to no carbon tax here.
Well, that's what we said too, Jesse.
Yeah, but y'all don't have the same kind of 2A organization we have. That won't fly.
Well, yeah. I know there's a lot of things happening now that just a few short years ago I'd have said that ain't gonna fly.
Yep.
And it flies. So it's it's the voting. It's who votes, and who's coming up in the votes. Who does the voting nowadays.
Well, and a lot of things are done by state. So yeah, you may get some of that in California, maybe Oregon, a couple of states up in the East Coast, but it ain't gonna fly down south.
Two chicken strips and one 10 to 12 ounce drink in it for $10. Yeah.
Isn't that just makes me ill.
Uh-oh. Monica says this is her type of conversation we're having today about the economy.
You come ahead up, Monica, if you want. Now, I know you're probably out playing with the pigs or running after children.
Monica ain't got time to be playing. She's a busy woman. That girl, I mean, she's getting and going all day long. When you got 15 kids to raise, come on.
You ask that lady for peanut butter butter, and then you watch the short she puts out. She's running around Buc-ee's trying to get it for you.
You see it all through the chat out there. Everybody's feeling it. And I'm telling you, you need to think about this real big whenever you're voting this year, because
it doesn't matter if it's your side of the imaginary line or my side of the imaginary line.
Well, the other thing is it's getting to a point where you can't. I mean, you have to almost look for deals. You can't just go, hey, let's just go shopping at so and so. No, you got to go find the best deal, and that takes time, and that takes money, and it takes gas. But just to find the deals, I mean, like for example, yesterday I paid $2.97 a gallon for gas. Went right down the streets at $3.10. I said, wait a minute, why am I going to pay $3.10 when I can get it for $2.97 over here?
You're going to get sticker shock when you get to Oklahoma. Worth $3 and something.
Well, I'll be the only RV that's carrying a water buffalo behind me, full of diesel.
Oh man, but yeah, no, Dale, I get that too. Like even farm insurance, like you try to insure your crops now, you can't afford it. It's tripled in the last 3 years. Like one of my buddies is a cash cropper, and he can't afford to insure his crop this year. It's disgusting. So, and we're supposed to get, well, you guys are supposed to get the same. It's supposed to be North America is a very, very hot, dry summer. Well, we're in trouble.
Yeah, so, there's a lot, the auctions are getting a lot of traction nowadays too, because the people are buying. Get this, Jesse. I watched somebody buy a used bidet at the auction the other day.
Oh no!
I was
That's grasping. That's grasping there, Bubba.
I'm telling you. So, people are hurting whenever somebody will pay money for a used bidet.
Well, the bidet is not the problem. It's okay to buy a used bidet. It's if you buy the toilet that goes with it. That's the problem. No, there's some good bidets out there.
Oh my!
It's like buying a used water hose for the side of the house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna get to that. It's gonna be, well, we'll just use a water hose with one of those little squirt handles.
It would have to be a quick action valve. Yeah,
but
I know somebody's got a bidet, hadn't even put it in. They've had it for like 6 months now. It hadn't even put it in. I don't know what's taking her. I mean, no, I didn't say me, her. I mean, I don't know what's taking them so long.
Sister so long.
Yeah.
I guess she just don't know how. I mean, did I say she? I don't. I just somebody just doesn't know how to crack the whip.
Yeah.
Well, and you be careful because you're talking beside what she needs to clean. Apparently, that's where she sticks us on Thursdays. Is right.
Right. You would think that somebody that walks around all those cows out there all day long would have one.
No.
You just stop, let it go, and keep walking.
Oh my goodness!
Well, I might need one for my boots because them cows right now they're
look, hey, we just mentioned it, and look who pops in. Bland says, "I've got an extra one."
Yeah, Monica, she is really into this conversation. She's really into it.
Monica just lurks. But we pushed some buttons this morning.
Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, but and it's because you can't gaslight people. You can't tell them you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not that bad. This economy is amazing, guys. It's amazing. And that's what we get told all the time. The mainstream media is telling us how amazing the economy is. The administration is telling us how amazing the economy is. If you're feeling something different, you're wrong. You're wrong, and that's not right because we know. We actually go to the store. We actually have to buy this stuff, and whenever we do, I'm not sitting there. And this is what the deal is. You have some people that have these blinders on, and they're going, it's the greedy corporations. It's the greedy. Little Debbie's is greedy. That's what's happening. Little Debbie's, they're greedy. No.
Well, you saw what happened. So all we got to do is raise the minimum wage, and everybody be happy and go lucky.
It's not Little Debbie's is greedy.
Look what happened in California. They raised the minimum wage, and now they got they're down to like one employee.
Mm-hmm.
How do you run a shop with one employee?
Yeah.
Or how do you stay in business with one employee? You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Our student wage went from $11.75 to what is it now? $15.60. A kid who is going out the first time they've ever been hired, and they're making 15 something an hour. Like, whatever happened? Minimum wage was never to sustain a family. It was a bridge or a learning curve.
Well,
minimum wage was always designed to do.
Here's the worst part of that, Scott. So if you raise the minimum wage and stuff like that for people who are employed, they're not raising Social Security.
No.
Okay. So they're not raising any of that stuff. So if everything goes up, our people who are, our retired folks, our elderly folks and stuff like that, they feel it so much. They feel it tremendously hard because when the administration is saying, yes, the economy is doing, watch these wages rise and stuff like that. Well, the wages aren't keeping up with inflation for one thing. They're like 3% behind inflation right now. So, but the people on Social Security, on retirement, so they're, they worked their entire life. They're retired now. they're getting their Social Security, maybe some 401k, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's not going up. And so everything else is going up. So every month it's like they make less and less money than they ever made before. And it's just not good. So here's Tony. He says, lunchtime. Hi guys. He's in here. And our cabin in the woods.
So
have some common sense at the voting booth this year, guys. just don't. It's not greedy corporations. I'm telling you, it's not. It's too. For one thing, it's too much money chasing too little goods. And whenever I say too much money, I'm talking about government interjected money, and that's your tax money.
Yeah.
So your tax money going too many places. So anyway, hi Jimmy.
Well, we just actually had this conversation yesterday. We are getting to the point where people, and yes, I'm talking land of the free, Canada.
Really? Is that what they call that up there?
And when did y'all get that phrase in there?
Yeah, well, we're now. Don't worry, I know where Gertrude is.
Hey, I was going to ask you. I need to ask you real quick. If I was to wear this in Canada, would I get like arrested or anything?
No.
I figured it might be considered hate speech, and I might get like thrown under something.
Oh, don't forget. My area north, you would that's the norm, because we have about 50-50 hunters, so guns aren't bad around here.
Did you just say somebody drop a super chat?
Yeah, well, yeah. Lord, please help me.
Is Randy anywhere out there? Come on, guys. I mean,
anyway, our healthcare, they're now charging. So the last 3 prescriptions that I need that I can physically move, I have now been paying $68 a month for my prescriptions, and I've got Debbie's got one now too. We have 3 different insurance providers. I'm still paying $68. We're waiting over a year for medical tests. And it's ludicrous that we're supposed to have free healthcare. In some instances, you guys are further ahead with your paid. Folks that have insurance, you guys.
Yeah. So the big difference is one of the big differences, but one of the big differences is we have choice. Okay, but with that choice comes cost. You can choose to pay very little, or you can pay a whole lot more. So depending on and remember, everything is, you got free healthcare, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I was just looking at Tony's deal the other day. He said he's going to be over 2 years before he can get someone who can help him with his conditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have to wait 2 years.
Yeah. Somebody else in Canada was saying they've been on the list for 3 years.
I was 2 years for my back operation. And
no, I'm talking about 3 years before they get a general practitioner.
Before they get somebody that will talk to them about getting
not a surgery, just to see a doctor.
Unfortunately, I can't touch that with a 10-foot pole because I'm on the physician recruitment here in town, and it's absolutely disgusting what are being offered now. So we have we have a municipality about 45 minutes away. They're in dire need of doctors. $100,000 cash. Doctor stays for 10 years. They got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my small community.
But they got to read the fine print though, because the
grandma and grandpa who can barely afford their barely afford to live. I'm going to raise their taxes to give a doctor $100,000 cash? Not in your life.
Yeah. It's
Well, they got to read the fine print, because if they give the doctor $100,000 for 10 years of service, they'll get it on their last year of service. You won't get it when you do. You have to complete the 10 years, and then you get your money.
They're getting, I forget what it is. They're getting like $10,000 a year or something plus a tax break. But still, I'm sorry. It's and the way the doctors are allowed to bill here in Canada is also disgusting. So my doctor is allowed to charge $15 for one visit. That's all she's allowed to bill back to the government. But now the government's limiting how many how many patients she can see in a day. And we wonder why our doctors are going south.
You see what Wanda says, and she's from up there.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, especially in PEI and Tony in New Brunswick. They're small rural provinces. Yes, they have, like PEI's got 2 big cities, Charlottetown and Summerside. Thanks, hon.
That should never happen, Wanda.
No, it should never happen in today's society. But again, what's the incentive for a kid to go and pursue a doctorate now? They're 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, and if they're from Canada and they're going to just move down to the United States to do their practice down here, because they're not going to make any money up there.
Exactly. And I went to school with a girl. She's what's one under a doctor? Practical nurse? Anyways.
Physician, PA.
Physician's assistant.
Yeah. No. Yeah, nurse. Here in Canada, they're called a nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner. Well, same
0.9% of what a doctor can order: meds, procedures, whatever. She got her schooling here and moved down south of Jesse and Lisa, and she's making a killing. And her 3 girls are going to do the same. And, like, they have the opportunity to come back up north because their mother's Canadian. But like she said, they can make 4 times the amount of money in Texas because they don't limit how much I can charge. I charge for what I see.
Well, yeah, they're trying to be competitive.
I have. So,
I'm so sorry, Lila, that's happening to you.
Yeah.
Had to move out of her home because couldn't afford the taxes, county, state, and village taxes on top of school tax. Lila, what are you in? What state are you in?
New York.
New York.
New York.
3
New
hours.
York State.
Well, no, about 4 hours from me.
Yeah. Man.
She's literally across the water from where I am.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting, and there you go,
I'm so
for home. And that's what I'm seeing more and more here is our seniors. The healthcare system's trying to force seniors to stay in their homes as long as they can because it's cheaper on the system. But yet the powers to be, Captain Sparkle Socks and his posse, they're taxing these poor individuals so much that they can't stay in their homes.
So Lila,
Province is trying to make you stay in your home, and the feds are kicking you into an apartment.
So Lila, the cost of living is just cheaper in the South. There's a reason for that, and it's not because stuff is just cheaper in the South. It's because of the administration.
It's because of regulation or deregulation.
Yes.
Try having
And again, like a shop owner here in Canada, they've got $15,000 a year to remove snow. Well, they don't have that problem in Texas. It's just all around a heck of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, you have trade-offs. I mean, you got snow removal up north, but you got tornadoes and hurricane damage, flood damage, all that stuff down here.
Tornadoes, you can keep your snake.
Well, the other trade-off is, like you said, you have a lot of snow and days you got to shovel and you got to do all that. But we have to air condition almost 12 months a year.
Yes,
we have to run air conditioning where you don't.
Yeah, we ran the air conditioner. I mean, I think there's only been, we probably only don't run the air conditioner maybe 2 months.
See, if air conditioner's not running, Jesse, our heat's. So we're in the same boat there, because we're either heating our homes or we're air conditioning our homes.
Yeah, but the difference being is if you get cold, you can put on more clothes. If we get hot, you can only take off so many. And you're not going to walk around outside like, Pocahontas or Tarzan. No.
What do you mean?
You got to run air conditioning.
No. I was told on the cruise ship I was allowed to do that.
Well, you are. You are allowed to do it. You may not do it for long, but you're allowed to do
it. Got Tony on one side and I've got you on the other. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I can actually still heat with wood, but man, I can't AC with wood.
No, you can't.
But again, I can't do wood anymore with my condition.
Mm-hmm. So with your what?
So I've got a condition called DISH.
Oh.
Degenerative disc, whatever. My bones are crumbling.
Oh.
They're turning into calcification. Bones are calcifying. And it's not when I'll be in a wheelchair or if I'll be in a wheelchair, it's when I'll be in a wheelchair. I can't do near what I used to do. And that's why I've had all the surgeries, because my neck was crumbling, my lower back's crumbling. So that's my neck surgery. And after that, I'm in a wheelchair.
And Tamara said, imagine going back to cooling off under a shady tree. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I do it all the time when I'm out with the cows, but whenever I'm at home, I really don't.
Yeah, you need the humidity. Humidity is what kills you down here. You need that air conditioning.
Yes, Wanda, here too. We have one wing of our local hospital that is all just seniors waiting to get into an old age home. And now the provincial government has changed the rules. As long as you're within 3 hours of your family, they can shove you in a place where you've never been your entire life and know nobody, which is, again, absolutely supposed to be the last good years of your life.
So Scott, let me ask you, in Canada, if you have a senior in your family that requires some kind of care, let's say they're handicapped or they just need some kind of care. Can you, as a Canadian citizen, bring them in your home and have the government pay you for taking care of them?
16 weeks.
Only for 16 weeks?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That don't seem right.
Not as rosy as some people make it out to be. Now,
how many bedrooms is your house?
My house? 5. Yeah.
You got 5? Oh, wow.
Plus the basement.
I have 2 downstairs. So
I'm wondering when the day is going to come whenever they decide, well, hang on a minute. You got 5 bedrooms in your house.
Yep.
That means you can house X amount of folks coming across the border in your home.
Yep.
Hey, wait and see. Don't shake your head. It's already starting. I mean, they've already started down here. They're already telling people to take these folks in.
Have
They're
you met?
already some areas are saying, yeah, if you got, bring them in.
Yeah.
So
So
it's that if you're cold, they're cold. Bring them in.
exactly. So and looking in that, technically, I've only got one, and that's my shop because I've got both my girls here, and Kyle is moving back for about 8 months until he gets shipped off to MP school. So and paying rent, he's going to stay here. Number one, he's closer to the base.
Do
Yeah.
they have squatters' rights in Canada?
Oh, well, like I said to Johnny, it's different. Like I've seen where you folks can't evict anybody.
Pretty much.
And here, 3 to 6 months, you can evict them. So yes and no.
So your snowbirds are the ones that are hurting because they have a house in Canada and a house in Florida. They go back to Canada. If somebody invades their house here in Florida, they can't evict them. But it can be just the opposite. They can live in Florida and go back up to Canada, and somebody's living in their house.
Yeah, and they're only allowed 6 months down there, 6 months here.
Oh, of course, but that's
all they can do to keep their Canadian health insurance.
So
months out of province.
Tamara said when we was younger, we lived outside during the hottest months till Dad bought a water cooler. Same, Tamara. I mean, we've been there. We all been there. I remember when we first got an air conditioner, and I was in my teens, I think, when we got our first air conditioner, and we would not turn it on no matter what until July 1st. It could be 100 degrees for 17 days in a row in June, and we wouldn't turn it on until July 1st. That was Dad's set. And September 1st, it went off. So,
Johnny, do you remember when we were kids, my mom and Dad had an air-conditioned window unit, and then my uncle, they didn't have a window unit. They had what they call is an attic fan. It was a big old fan that they had in the hallway. They turned that thing on, and you opened the windows, and it drew in all the cool air.
Yeah.
And if it was humid, the humidity made it seem cooler for some reason.
Yeah. Well, that's the same as like a water cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And the water coolers we had a friend when we were kids that they had a water cooler, and we really liked it because, the water trickling down inside of it's blowing that air through that curtain of water
right
into your home. So you talk about humidity. I mean, there's a lot of humidity when you're blowing through water, but it felt cooler.
Yeah.
Because,
And the attic fan worked almost the same way, but no, without the water. It just drew in all the air from outside and sucked it up through that attic fan.
And it would really suck it. It would suck your doors shut.
It would.
So
it would. Yeah.
Like a bathroom fan on steroids.
It was huge. It was like one of them.
It was like a chicken house fan.
Like a big chicken house, or a big ass fan. Excuse my French. It was a big ass fan right in the middle of the hallway, and it was the width of the hallway. You put the switch on, and it sucked all the air out of the house out into the attic.
Okay.
Oh, and it worked great. My uncle, they hardly ever use an air conditioner because that thing cooled the house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And I mean that. And we might all have to go back. That'd be the way they built. No, they won't do that because it's got to be solar somehow.
But it was kind of noisy. So, when the fan was on, you knew it was on.
Well, that's it. It'd be like one of those big fans in a restaurant. You know what I mean? That sucks up all the grease and the smoke. And
yeah.
Imagine trying to do a live with an attic fan on.
Right. Hey, honey!
Hey, y'all hear me out there?
Yeah.
She doesn't listen now in the quiet. Can you?
You're over there talking, and I hear.
Oh man.
Yes, Lila, but there's many more things wrong with me. But yes, that's one of them.
Yeah, but it's the I don't understand why we had to get to this point right now. I mean, because we didn't have to be at this point right now.
Mm-mm.
And but all of a sudden the powers that be determined that we have to be at this point right now, whatever that be.
Yep.
Tear down all the institutions, rebuild,
Well,
Green New Deal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
that's the problem. That was the start of the crumbling of the healthcare system. We used to have, not that they were, but like large.
Night, Monica. We'll see you on our live at 5:00 tonight.
And we'll see. Yeah.
Bye, Monica. Look, Monica, I'm representing. Dun, 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 dun.
I'd like to, but I ain't got one.
Hey, sucks to be you, Bubba.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no. Whenever they, not that institutions were the right thing, but there was some pretty bad folks that they just turned and let go because of mental health. And I know it's a touchy subject, and I Lord pray for me. But they closed down all these things and just put everybody into normal society, and wondered why it crumbled so fast.
Yeah, we had one not far from here, and one of those places where the folks who went, they had a lot, and now it's one of those things. I mean, there's a need for help for those folks. There really is, and I'm not talking about just homes or anything like that. I'm talking about actual need, like they need medical help, they need help from a psychologist and things like that, psychiatrist, and there's just a huge need. Like it would be, like if you went to your doctor and the doctor looked at you just like they look at you and they determine that you have degenerative disc disease, okay? And they say, okay, you're going to need this. So they send you over to this specialist, and the specialist looks at you and they determine how they're going to try to help you fix the problem and stuff like that. We need the same thing for the mental health. We need, they need to be able to, the doctor, looks at you, maybe you do, they determine that maybe you need some more help. So they refer you over to this other person who is able to actually help you and then get you straight and, line kind of straight, because there's some folks who have a chemical imbalance or something like that. They need something in order to get them tuned, in tune. And you see it all the time. And whenever we see it all the time. Like a scanner, you'll hear somebody and they'll say, my son is doing this. He's off his medication right now, and he's doing all these things. He's tore the refrigerator door off. He's done this and that and the other. But they need somebody to instead. Now they don't do anything. They just come in. They take them out of the house. They tore the refrigerator door off. They tell them don't do that anymore, and then they just leave them. They don't help them.
No,
they don't help them get back in equilibrium, I guess is what I'm saying.
And remember what I was saying about the heat pump guy coming to the house, supposed to come yesterday? Well, they did this same program in PEI where Wanda's from, and she said that it actually tripled her power consumption, and she's paying just as much oil, just as much for electricity as she would if she was on oil. So where's the savings here, other than they're trying to prop up that, we need more solar and wind? I'm sorry, but you cannot cut back on the system. We had brownouts, 6 years ago up here, pretty much shut down the whole country because it was such a hot summer. Well, we're supposed to have the summer this year. And now,
Wanda, I feel for you.
This guy was, selling, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And I was going to talk to Wanda today about that. And then, boom, there you go. She has 2 heat pumps either end of her house. I think she said her house is roughly the same size as mine.
So Wanda mentioned that it's basically about the same cost as using oil. The only difference is that they're getting you off of fossil fuels is what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. They're not trying to save you money.
They're not trying to save money. It's not about cost. They care less about cost.
Yeah.
They want you off of fossil fuels, any way they can do it.
Yeah. Well,
see, your electric bill used to be 120. Now it's over 400. Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't care. They care not a whit about that. They care about that you just get off oil, so that they can tell they can tell that very small far left side of their constituency that they're saving the planet by making you pay $400 more or $400 instead of 120 now.
I'm somebody that lives close to me, and I will not state how I know them, but he lobbies to pay extra for utilities like hydro because he wants a clean, and I'm like, well, good, then go buy your own. I'm okay with burning fossil fuels. I'm in Canada. I need it. We can't take a bus and go to work. We can't take a bus and go get our groceries. We live rural. I've purposely picked that. I think I raised my kids in the right place. Rural, where they weren't near buses.
They do offer incentives though. That the Green New Deal and stuff. They do offer incentives. So if you go buy you a brand new Tesla, what do they run? 80,000. They'll throw in a free Honda generator to boot, just in case. You get a free Honda generator when you buy a brand new Tesla.
I need one of those shirts that says debunked, because I'm looking actually at a Ford F-150 hybrid edition, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I will not go lithium.
Wait a minute, hybrids is different. I'm talking all electric. Hybrids is different.
I know.
I have no problem with hybrids. Now the thing is, if you want to do hybrid, that's fine. It's your business.
Yeah.
But don't make those who do not want to go all electric, make them go all electric. I don't want to go all electric. I've been in the old business for 35 years. I have no desire to go electric.
Well, my feds, they've all put down by 3035. We're not going to have an option to purchase a vehicle that isn't electric.
Well, luck can change. Look at the people are already going anti. They're doing anti Tesla now because of all the lithium battery issues that they're having.
Or Mike,
Lila, she's asking a question out there about Oklahoma. She's asking if how does Oklahoma take care of people who don't get much Social Security? Does Oklahoma have food stamps and Medicaid? Yes, Oklahoma does. Oklahoma has actually they did the Medicaid expansion as well, which that was put up for a vote of the people and it passed. So they did do Medicaid expansion and things like that. We do have a Republican governor. We do have a Republican Congress, House and Senate. So we're very red, but we do have things that help folks as well, just like that. Hey, MT Homestead, that's That would probably be Terry. Hey,
Not,
Terry.
not to mention, you also have the Native Americans that help a lot in that state.
Yes.
So,
Well, yeah.
well, I mean, because they have
If you're
they
native.
have their constituency, is what I'm saying.
If you're native.
If you're native, well, that's what I'm saying. So if half the people in Oklahoma are being helped by them, that's half that didn't have to rely on the regular government.
Yeah.
You're off a little bit there.
Oh, really?
So you're telling me
the way it works is if there's any other possible payer other than the tribe, the other payer has to pay first.
And the tribe pays last.
If yeah, and
yeah, that's no different than
any other possible payer. So that means if you don't have Medicaid and Medicaid is available in the state, they make you apply for Medicaid, get Medicaid, and Medicaid pays before they will pay any of it. So if I walked in there and I didn't have any insurance and I needed a knee replacement, okay, or a hip replacement down at the IHS facility or the Cherokee Nation Tribal health facility, what would happen is they would send me to what they call a patient benefit coordinator, and I know this because I used to be one. A patient benefit coordinator, and what we would do is we would do everything in our power to try to get them some kind of an insurance that's not through the tribe and get it to pay first. So then it would pay, and then they will determine after you do all this, then they have what they call contract health to determine if they're even going to pay for you to have this procedure. And they're going to look at what, like, if you're, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're older and they look and they say, well, it might not, be one of those things that is, the money based on the rest of life type thing is not going to be, how you say, maybe it's not our best interest to pay this amount of money, even though insurance is going to pay this much. Are we going to pay the rest of this because their life is only way like this? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
socialized medicine.
Yeah,
exactly. So they will look at that and they will determine, but like me, they might look at me and they go, okay, well, he's this age, he might live another X years. If we put a hip in him, it pay that part, then yeah, it might be worth it. But if I go in there and I'm 70, they might not do it. See that?
Wow.
So
see, that is unheard of. At 90, you can have a heart operation here.
Oh, I'm not going to say that they're going to tell you that they're not going to.
Hell,
but I mean, nobody's going to come out and say, well, you're 70 years old, they're not going to do it. No, where I'm talking about the back room, the people making the decisions, I can tell you that's going through their head. The people who are making the decisions on that's what's going through their head.
Yeah. And like Wanda said, they don't do major surgeries on the island. So she has to come to the mainland, and then now she's out of province. So then they tack another charge on top of her. It's just, it's so funny how different our countries are, but actually how close they are. And I still don't understand why we're not the same currency and the same as what the UK is. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Hey Neil, I'm Cherokee. Where do I get the free food? And the medical that I actually need.
Lila's
I work for the Cherokee Nation.
You see Lila's question here?
Yes, it said, "What if I could prove I was American Indian?" So you'd have to prove you're a member of the tribe. It couldn't be going through like through that blood, uh, where they do your, what do they call it? They stick your blood and then they determine that you've got Native. You have to show that you have an ancestor on the Dawes roll, which was the whenever they were sending everybody over on the Trail of Tears, they had what they called the Dawes roll. They determined that you're Cherokee. Now, other tribes may have different ways of determining that, but I'm going off Cherokee because that's what I know. Yes, they are secondary to whatever other insurance you would get. And then they would have to determine if they can afford to pay, if Medicaid, pays X amount and they determine that it's still going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it, probably might not do it. So, and I'm talking about things that I'm not talking about something that's not going to save your life. I'm talking about what they call electives. Anything that has a hip, a knee, a back surgery, all of those are considered elective surgeries. So if it's an elective surgery, I rode with my Cherokee friends to pick up the free food at Tahlequah. Okay, Neil, you're talking about something called commodities. Okay, that's an income-based deal. So no, if you're Cherokee, you don't get free food. If you're Cherokee and you have a very low income, you can choose to either have food stamps or commodities. So that's how that works. You can either go down to the Cherokee Nation and pick up commodities, or you can go through the state and get food stamps.
Oh, I thought
Neil. Well, that's how that works. But it's not just being Cherokee. It's all based on, it's an income-based program, and it would go either way. You'd get free food whichever way you went. You'd either get it by going down to the Cherokee Nation and getting it, or you'd get it by going through the state through food stamps, which is called SNAP now. So you get free food irregardless of whether you're Cherokee or not in that instance.
So can I ask how? I hear several people from all over the U.S. talk about SNAP.
Talk about what?
SNAP?
Yeah.
What is it?
So, supplemental nutrition aid program.
Okay.
So they determined that food stamps was too. It's just like any other name. They thought people looked down on folks whenever they said it was food stamps, and because everybody go, what, you get your stamps, you get, and stuff like that. So they decided they need to come up with a new name for it to take the stigma away from it, I guess you call it. So they called it SNAP.
Okay.
So, and that's what they did. Yep, so, Neil, it is based on income.
It's just like a card, and they load so much dollar value. We don't have that, so that's why I'm intrigued. Like, if it's something that I could possibly.
Is he breaking up on yours? Johnny?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's breaking on mom. You're.
Yeah, we didn't even hear. We didn't hear it.
Yeah, all we heard was broken up.
Neil, the Cherokees don't have a quota, a blood quota that you have to have. So you're saying you have to be about 3/4 Cherokee to get this food? No, you might be talking about the Katua band of Cherokee Indians or something like that, but that's not the Cherokee Nation.
Okay, how's that now?
And they don't, and they're broke right now. So the Katuas are.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I just went over to data. So Must be something wrong with my Wi-Fi again. So I guess I'm not being like facetious or trying to out people. I actually am asking, we don't have anything like SNAP up here. We have food pantries that are normally run by churches, like food banks. That's all we have. And then we have welfare. So, but there's no nutritional supplement like that. That really intrigued me because if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Rebecca who was telling me that if you went to the farmer's market, SNAP would either Rebecca, are you still in here? And I'm sorry, folks. I just being a small P up here in Canada, it intrigues me if I can help my residents in any way. And knowing that people can't afford, like, I now had two separate things in my greenhouse that I've sowed the seeds, I've started to grow, and I've put out to my senior population. Probably, if they keep it going, about 1,000 pounds of food myself.
Hey, Neil, I'm Cherokee. I'm very Cherokee. I don't look very Cherokee, but I'm very, very Cherokee. Okay. So, we don't get royalty checks. We don't get any of that stuff. That's not now. Now you might, if you're talking about Cherokee, North Carolina, okay, that's the eastern band of the Cherokee Nation. That's not what we're talking about here. You're talking about North Carolina Cherokees. You're not talking about Tahlequah, Oklahoma, capital of the Cherokee Nation Cherokees. We do not get, there's no royalties, there's none of that stuff. Yes, over there in the eastern band, they get a check. But they're not the same, it's not the same deal. It's totally different situation than what we're talking about here. So if you're in Oklahoma and you're a Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma Cherokee, there's none of that stuff. So
I just posted the link, and if anybody's comfortable to speak on SNAP that might be either on it or have a family member that's on it, I would ask that you come up and so that I can find some information.
Or you're talking about SNAP?
Yeah.
I used to work for the Department of Human Services at one time, and I used to
all right, well,
yeah, I did all that stuff. I did everything that we're talking about here, the Cherokee Nation, all that stuff. I worked for the federal government for years. I worked for the state of Oklahoma, the Department of Human Services for years. I've done all of those things.
So Lila just said that, and this is what intrigues me. Yes, Scott, I can go to farmer's market and get fresh vegetables. So I'm just wondering, do you get like a satchel, or is there a dollar amount that's affixed to it? Do you get more to support local farmers?
Yeah, I don't know about Oklahoma, like in Texas, because my sister was on SNAP, but it's basically a debit card. It's only a debit card. It's just to give you.
That's a card.
It's to give you the same advantage as somebody who has a bank credit card or bank debit card, and they can use it at farmers markets. They can use it at grocery stores, to buy things that they need to. So there's really no limit other than the limit that they give you, and it's automatic. You don't have to go and process it. I mean, at least in Texas, you don't have to go and process it at a SNAP center or anything. No, it's all done by the banking system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the government would just reload, say on the 15th of the month. Boom.
Yeah, it's a federal program.
It's a federal deal, but the thing is it's different states have, like for example, we have the Texas Simplified Application Project, so they can apply for that in addition to SNAP. That gives them additional benefits, but that's Texas. So each state has its own if you will, welfare, and it's not really welfare, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's it. It's a hand up. It's not a hand down.
Correct. It's a hand
Supplemental
up.
nutrition aid program. And so, yeah, and we, I used to do that program. I've done TANF, which is temporary aid for needy families. I've done the what they called age blind is disabled program, which is over 65 blind or disabled programs. I did all of those. I worked for the Cherokee Nation. I worked through all of those programs that they have. I worked for the federal government, IHS, Indian Health Services, et cetera, et cetera.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
So working with all those organizations and stuff, which program would you say was the best for the individual? And do they still have that program?
Well, I know that on the Cherokee side of stuff, it was always payer of last resort. If Medicaid is probably the best as far as medical, because Medicaid is the only program that will actually pay for nursing home or nursing home level care. And that's a big, women's, infants, and children program.
Yeah.
WIC. But it's the one that will actually, Medicare won't pay for nursing home. It'll pay for 120 days skilled nursing. But there's always got to be the intent for you to go home with Medicare.
Right.
Okay.
And that's Medicare.
It's not long term.
No, it's not a long term. Now, Medicaid will pay long term nursing home level care or nursing home. Now, there's a program called, let's see, what was it called? It was called Advantage Waiver Program in Oklahoma, which was nursing home level care in your home, which means that they would do, the level of care that you would get in a nursing home, but they would do it while you were at home. So you got to stay home for that.
Yeah.
They would send a nurse out to do an assessment of you from the Department of Human Services, and they would determine your needs. If you needed, the ramps, if you needed the grab handles in the bathrooms, all of those things,
right.
They would help to set your home up for that.
We have that.
And then they would have nursing home level care at home. So you could stay home and do that, and I worked with that program a lot, and I really liked, and I thought that was a really good one.
Do they still have it? Is it still available?
They still have it. It's all based on funding, what they have as far as how much money they've got allotted for the Advantage Waiver Program. But I'm telling you, if you got to go to the nursing home and you don't have just a lot of money in savings and stuff like that, Medicaid, you need Medicaid. So, and Medicaid, the guidelines for getting into a nursing home are a lot different than they are for just having Medicaid. Like if I walked in and I needed Medicaid,
right?
There's an income guideline for that. But if I'm aged and I need nursing home level care, there's a higher. It's 26. Let's see, 2065 and half the remainder. There's the way they figure it. They're actually able to exempt a lot of your income to get you to that point. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger. I guess she's pulled this out of her butt, because apparently that's where she puts her program.
What's that?
Hey, that's just what she said.
What's that?
Called her out on it, but
Oh, are you talking about? Yeah, I heard.
So, you don't want to be back there.
Maggie Moo said something about that.
Yeah,
Megan. I'm gonna have to quit calling her Maggie Moo. I'm gonna have to Megan. Megan's fearless.
Megan, or Megs.
Megs.
Can you see if you can get Lila up? I cannot. I've tried 7 different ways to get Lila.
No, she's not connected. Her device is not connected, so it won't let me bring her up either.
Okay, so Lila, go back out and try coming back in.
Yeah.
But
Rebecca might be ready.
Yeah, if Rebecca's ready, then put her up.
Hi.
In no way am I trying to, make light of this. I'm actually doing it to try to help my.
Okay. What happens is certain day of the month, I get money put on my SNAP card.
Okay.
I go down to my farmer's market because of a cooperation between the state and the federal. They can scan my card. I get these tokens. I tried to find my bag. I'm not sure where it is. I put it in different locations. You get these tokens that are worth $1. If I do $60 from my card, they give me 35. So they basically, with my card, they're doubling my money. I don't use my card at the store anymore, ever. It's always at the farmer's market. And they also have another program here in Missouri that you can go down to this place and get a token, or basically it's for seniors. And yes, I am a senior. So they have to see what your income guidelines are. And they give you a $50. It's a piece of paper that has a barcode on it. And it gets scanned, and they also match it with 50. So you're getting $100. And that is for only fruits, vegetables, anything that can grow its own self, and honey. So I can get honey on that one. Buying honey from the farmer's market. So most of the fruits and vegetables I get, and meat, I'm buying from the farmer's market now. Don't buy it in the store.
So your SNAP will cover vegetables, fruit, and meat. So pretty much the necessities of life.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll cover quite a bit, Scott.
It covers quite a bit.
I mean, if you take it to the store, you'd be amazed at what you can purchase with it at the store.
I'm liking, because I'm trying to push local farms and farmers markets and whatever else. So this really intrigues me. Our farmers markets around here want handouts, and I'm like, no, I'm not really into giving you free money.
Mm-mm.
But if I was to set up a program with my residents that, are in need / seniors, disability, whatever. There's the
I was able, which was really interesting, is because I didn't think that I could buy lettuce that it was in a plant form. I was able to bring lettuce home that someone had partially grown in a container and planted at my home.
Okay.
I can buy herbs.
Hey, Barb.
I can buy herbs and other things too. It surprised me because I didn't think I could. So I've got lettuce growing in my raised bed right now.
Awesome.
You
Yeah. Well, and even, you can take a chance, and whatever you buy at the store, you can save the seeds and try to plant those seeds. Hopefully, it all works out, but it's worth a shot because it's free. You have the room and the ability. I'm just a big proponent of self-preservation, and I think we all see.
His sound quit.
Yeah, your sound's coming.
Coming in and out.
It's Canada messing with his internet service. You want
Hey,
to borrow,
Fats and Tire and Fats and Trey. Fats
Scott?
and
You want to
Trey.
borrow one of them things that's on his shirt? Oh, don't be popping that out, Scott.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Is he unsupervised again? Oh no.
Hank's looking after me.
oh my goodness.
Oh my. Hey, Kelly.
This has been a great discussion, and you know, I just there's a lot of things that I could do for my residents here.
Yeah, they but it's through the Department of Agriculture. SNAP is through the Department of Agriculture.
Yes.
And so it's federal Department of Agriculture program, and they do have a lot, and there's a lot of new things like Rebecca was talking about. There's a lot of new things, especially with this farmers market stuff that they're coming down with, and that's good because you know that helps the local farmers as well. It's actually one of the better programs that's out there. There are some that are I guess, for lack of a better term, there's a lot of advantage taking on several programs, but the SNAP program is a good program. It really is. And so, but yeah, I can't believe you guys don't have something like that up there in Canada. I figured it probably started there and came here.
Honestly, I've heard of. And
Oh boy.
You like talking to you, Scott. Hey, so, Scott, you're gonna have to break down and buy something better than dial-up, okay?
Yeah, AOL.
AOL.
ding! You've got mail.
I want to show you guys something. Since I've been here, I've made 3 of these, and I'm on number 4.
Oh, okay.
Is that a
Since
scrubby?
she's been here. Wow, you've only been up here for just a few
No,
minutes.
I'm talking about since I've been on his live.
Oh,
I just wasn't chatting. I've made 3 of these, and I'm working on number 4.
Are you guys eat up, Rebecca?
If my income tax checks come in or my car gets finished, he's working on it today.
Okay.
Who's working on it today?
Joe, my friend.
Oh, okay.
He's working on it today.
Joe
So
fix it. Joe fix it for her.
Joe
Yes.
fixed it for you.
it's not that Joe, it's another Joe.
Well, those Joes are pretty good.
Yes, they are.
Good guys.
Yes.
Hey, there's a new one I've never seen. Hey, hello, Fats and Trey.
Yep.
Hmm.
New one.
Welcome in.
I
Welcome
see a cruise ship back there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So when's your next cruise, Scott?
Alaska.
Oh, 2025.
Yep. That's the plan. Now, if it's really cold next winter and my wife says, let's go south, I got it.
Yeah. I've never been south. Of course, I've never been on a cruise, so you know.
Me neither.
My next cruise is actually out of Galveston. For the NCL's, one of the newer NCL ships is out of Galveston.
Okay.
We want to go on it. So, and NCL's coming out with actually a beautiful, beautiful new ship, Apex, I think it is, in 2025.
Oh yeah.
Stunning ship. Can't wait. I love myself some NCL. So.
Wow. Yeah, we're excited about being able to go on that big ship. and go to Alaska. I mean, we're always game for going somewhere that's cooler than where we are. And in August, that's going to be a great it's going to be a great trip for us because that's when it is, and we'll be ready to escape this heat by that time. I'm telling you. I hope it's cool up there. I hope I have to wear a hoodie every day. That's my hope.
You're going to escape some heat and some humidity. I don't know about no hoodie though.
Oh, at night we're going to be.
At night you might have to wear something, but not during the day.
Really? Have you been on an Alaskan cruise in August?
No, we went. Last one we went was in June, and it was cold. We had ice floating in the water out there in June.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you would think it would be cold. I mean, hot, but it wasn't. We were out there. I had my rain jacket on. It was a windbreaker because it was nice and crispy wind.
Check your text messages, Jesse. Ginger says.
Ginger said, Ginger, you sent me some money. Thank you. I appreciate that.
There you go. Hey, you know how to text me too, Ginger.
And my phone only takes a little at a time. Speaking
of that, our live is at 5:00 today, and I may need a special guest or two.
All right.
Just saying.
Mama's busy, is she?
No, she's not feeling very well.
Oh no. Tell her to be careful. Pneumonia's going around up here.
Yeah, it's things are happening here too. So thank you, Johnny. LOL. Yeah, so we hope we should have several videos coming out. We got there's things coming with this meetup for next week, and I mean there's things happening that are already in the works that we'll have videos about. I think we're going to have some new farm critters come about because of the meetup. So we'll have something going on about that. And then, of course, there's going to be all the lives and things like that. We have a couple of calves that are unnamed. And Ginger and Megan, I believe, are going to name them. And Lila said she'd love to join panels. I just don't know how.
Well, up the link, Lila. You just got to click on it. I'll drop it again.
So you're very, 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 well, I don't know, how can I say this? Trusting, Johnny, to allow them to name your bulls?
Yeah.
Especially Megan.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm not sure, but I think they've already come up with some names and stuff like that. But I'm hoping, she was saying, yeah, you ought to just tell people what we named them. I said, no. You guys need to do a video.
Oh,
you really do. You need to do a video. You walk up, there they are right there. You're videoing it, and you go, okay, I dubbed the
blank.
Blank.
And I dubbed the other one blank.
The blank. And put it on your channel, because I'm going to be videoing you from behind going, yep, they're naming our cows right now. So I'll put that, I'll do that. And yes, I will let Christine know what you said, Ginger.
And just so you know, Johnny, if you or Jesse or anybody at Tin Killer, Jerry, would like to use Procrastination Thursday next week, you can. I will be on a train, so I don't know if I'm going to have any kind of reception. So I'm going to have to cancel next Thursday. And I know you guys are there. You're going to want to be drumming people up. And I'd love to watch what I can. I just don't know if I could support
a
live.
If you keep losing your service, you may have to cancel today's. And we'll keep it going, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
Happened before, and I got demonetized.
Oh, now we never do anything like that ever.
Oh,
Darn two airs.
Yeah, darn it.
so this phone is broken. Has been since I bought it. They say there's nothing wrong with it. Whenever it overheats and I use the speaker too much, it cuts out. Well, as Jesse has had to put up with it for over 2 years, I'm
Lila,
due a new phone here. So.
Lila, what browser are you using? Are you using Safari, or are you using Google, or what are you using?
Using Safari, and
I think if she's using a phone, it automatically defaults to Safari, and you got to copy the link and then go back and open it up.
yes.
Well, I mean, it just Safari would be for iPhones.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's an Android, it could be
Google,
something else.
Yeah.
So
it's not like you're new at this, Lila. You've been on my live how many times? At least 3.
Says I need to unblock something. I don't know what.
Camera.
And the only thing I ever see whenever it asks you if you want to allow it to
now, Lila,
use some
if you can figure, Lila, if you can figure out how to get in within the next 15 minutes, I got a bag of Bucky Nuggets coming to you. But you got to be able to log in the next 15 minutes. A bag of Bucky Nuggets, if Lila can get in within the next 15 minutes. Can she do it? Does she have the wherewithal? And maybe, when I send something like Bucky Nuggets, you're going to probably get something extra. Just saying. Now, let's see if she can get in.
So we've got 2:04. You've got till 2:19 to get in.
We'll make it 2:20. Just make it even 2:20. You got to 2:20 to get in, Miss Lila, and then you got some Bucky Nuggets and maybe something else coming. But you got to prove to me that you can get in. Because I know somebody's going to Bucky's. Where's she? I know somebody's going to Bucky's. They can pick some up for me.
Yeah, eventually Bucky's. When we go, I think when we go to Ozark, I think we're going to stop by Bucky's.
I'm going to get to go to Bucky's for the first time if I do get to come.
Come on.
Nice.
Well, Johnny knows something because we've been having trouble with the brake lines on the car, and I haven't gotten my income tax check yet.
When does it normally hit? Oh, well, your income
within 21 days, and 21 days has passed.
Oh no! Here we go. There went the live.
Hey, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Yesterday.
I was just going to talk about you, Jerry. I was going to say Jerry just found out Ollie's is opened over in his. I guess what is that, Springfield?
I don't even have an Ollie's up here.
All right, we just went to Bucky's yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Spent an hour and a half there.
Whoa.
Hour and a half of Bucky's.
Jesse, if you want, there was stuff you needed.
Yeah, so Ollie's. You went to Ollie's the other day too. Grand opening.
Went to Ollie's on Wednesday and spend, I don't know, 2 hours there.
Yeah. Did you find any books?
No, I showed you. You saw the short. You bought all the books. They had no books.
Besides the ones that I took already. What, did you find anything else?
No, not really. There was very few books there.
Wow. They probably hadn't filled up yet.
They hadn't. Yeah, they said they hadn't got all their books in yet. That was, and that's why I did the short that Jesse bought them all. It was it was amazing to me how many people in that store.
It was the shipping department that bought them, not me.
I tell you what, we went to Costco the other day, and that was like a small city, and I mean there was people. It was crazy, but it was the weekend.
Yeah, it was crazy there at Ollie's too. It was the line for the checkout was all the way down one side of the store and halfway across the middle of the back to check out.
I done figured out Costco has it figured out. What they do is they get you in there, you go in through one side, and there's no way to buy any food that you can eat like right then. So you got to go through the store And while you're going through the store, every once in a while, they'll have somebody out there that's trying to entice you with a little bitty piece of something, to eat.
A nugget.
So you'll bite something, you'll get hungry. You will buy a whole bunch of food while you're in. You'll buy, a bunch of groceries while you're there. Then you will check out, and right there they have all their hot dogs and all that stuff. So then you'll spend a bunch of money after you check out because you're so hungry because you were in there. I mean, they have it figured out. They've got a way of getting your money, all your money, in that store.
Ginger got me going now.
Sample sale.
Sale. That's right.
Sample sale. But I was kind of disappointed because we were there the other day on a Saturday and they didn't have anybody doing samples. I was like, really? It was really weird. I've never been in there when they weren't. I don't eat the samples. Wanda Henry says.
And Jesse, yeah.
You guys are going to make me.
Come on, Johnny, get you them jalapeno poppers out.
Oh, gosh. No, I'll be right back.
Samples sale. See, folks.
Absolutely.
Ginger had them out this morning on her crafting chat in her little what's it called?
Her snack holder.
It was like her adult snack. Anyway, so she had some of these and I said, I got to get me some. These are the best.
They are.
They're out of South Dakota, North Dakota.
I gotta see if I can find some of those because I've never had dots.
Oh my goodness!
God.
Never have. I gotta look for that.
Get the original.
Yeah, the original is probably the best.
Awesome.
Okay.
The red bag.
Terry and Mike got me hooked on these whenever last year at 10 Killer. Terry had some at the house. And I'm like, oh my God. She's like, do you like pretzels? I'm like, uh-huh. Took these out and it's like, oh, this is heavenly. And then just
as soon as you put it in your mouth, Rebecca, it has kind of a buttery taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
taste the butter.
I love croissants. Making a breakfast sandwich with a croissant is like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Dots are the best pretzels. There you go. You got some fireworks.
Wanda, what do you mean you don't eat the samples? Why not?
I don't either because people, I've seen them touch the food without gloves. My own
makes you stronger.
I don't think they're allowed to do that here. Everybody wears gloves.
Oh, supposed to here. It's against the health regulations if they don't. I've seen them do it. And that just gets my OCD like full bore. And yeah, no, can't do it.
I'll be back.
Rebecca, your time is coming up. Getting close. It's 1:10. You got 10 more minutes.
Do it on your phone, Lila.
Rebecca, I thought you said it was Lila. Jesse.
What's that?
You said Rebecca. I think you meant Lila.
I meant Lila. Did I say Rebecca? Lila, you got 10 minutes, Lila. Rebecca, Walmart sells dots. Okay, there you go.
Ooh, okay. I'll be out. I will be out tomorrow. Okay, there we go.
And I'll tell you who else sells them, but they're the smaller bags. These are the 2-pound bags, but the 1-pound bags are sold at Hobby Lobby.
Really?
Yep. So if you got a Hobby Lobby, you can get some.
Watertown. That's about 3.5 hours for me.
Watertown?
Hmm?
Is that in Canada or is that in U.S.?
U.S.
We were there yesterday also, Jesse. They're right next door to Ollie's.
Okay. Well, Jerry, you getting excited about going to 10 Killer?
You know, just wait my time.
Well, don't get too excited.
I gotta finish some work before I'm ready to go.
When does Susan come home, Jerry?
She came home last Tuesday.
Yeah, she's right home.
Her and I went to Ollie's on Wednesday morning. Yesterday with Ollie's, and then we went to Hobby Lobby, and then we came home, took the dog to the vet to have her ear checked, and then we went to Buc-ee's for dinner. Went to Buc-ee's for dinner.
Yeah, fresh barbecue.
Yep, barbecue brisket.
So we're all eating lunch.
Well, we're snacking. I got pretzels and I got kettle corn.
That's all I got.
You want to see what my snack is? Walnuts.
Mm.
Yep.
And this is all Ginger's fault and Maggie Moo's.
Yep.
It's both their faults.
But I refuse to buy a cup that costs $40.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Why still showing device not connected?
Nope.
They won't let me bring you up.
When I use the iPad, I use the default browser to come up on this thing.
If you, Lila, copy and paste the that number that I posted, and then put it in your browser, and you'll come straight in.
That's the way I have to do it, because if I don't, it wants to join me up to something, and so I just go right to copy paste.
6 minutes. Can she do it? 6 minutes. Can she do it?
Guys, this is real. I just opened a bag of pretzels. Who have I got on my feet?
Hank.
That's Hanky Panky.
Hank, yep.
So, anyway, is everybody, our discussion as far as what we were doing and what we were talking about and everything, I think hopefully everybody got all the information that they wanted from that. But it is sad that you have to either rent or pay your, et cetera. And there's just not enough money to go around. Not enough money to go around right now. As opposed to the way it used to be.
Mm-mm.
So
yeah, they used to give my brother a lot more help with his mental illness.
Yes.
And and it's difficult for him.
Right there.
They, in fact, not that I like to talk about my brother, but they had lowered his medication, and I was having problems with my brother. And he finally convinced them. He says, I need help. So they increased it by half,
Hank.
which I was grateful.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And it can't be fun for him either.
No.
It's not.
That's right.
He doesn't want to fight with his sister, One more row.
Exactly. But
he's everybody met him at the 10 Killer last time and was like, man, he is really helpful, and he is.
mm-hmm.
When he feels good.
Right.
you know.
Exactly. So, so speaking of Teen Killer, Jesse, we need to talk about. I guess we'll talk about that. What we got going on, what the little project is, and stuff like that. So I probably need to talk to you about that, like maybe in the after party or whatever this, or call you or something.
Okay.
So we can actually say something, because I don't really want to bring it out right here, because you know, it's kind of a surprise thing.
Yeah.
So
Like I got the banners.
nice.
They're nice. They are nice.
Nice.
I wanted to show you guys some of the things we're doing on our July. I think it's July or September. Whatever Susan's doing. She got this.
Yeah.
We got these over there at Ollie's. These are cool. They come with a pair of gloves.
Oh.
Huh?
Do they fit?
They come with a pair of gloves.
Well, they say they're right.
Hey, they fit in the cup. They fit in the cup. Perfect.
How big a glove is it, Jerry?
It says medium.
Oh, that ain't gonna fit.
I just not thought that. Well, don't worry, we'll go back. We'll get some more. She got a puzzle. I actually got 2 puzzles.
Oh, she's in.
He's all in on the Ollie stuff. Hey, Lila.
Hi, Lila.
Hey, somebody wants some Bucky nuggets. That's all I can say.
She ran next door to get her neighbors Bucky Nuggets.
Whatever works, right, Lila?
Wait, she's not here. I can't hear her.
Can't hear you.
You're muted.
You have to take the mute off.
Well, she's not in yet. It don't count until she gets in.
Still can't hear you.
Talking.
You got 1 minute to get unmuted.
Is it better?
Yeah. Yeah. But you have 3 devices.
Aww. I went and got my my tablet. I was at my computer and I just I don't know how to run it, I guess.
All right. So your thing is
No, I don't know what was my big hurry of getting up here?
Lala, you have 2 devices open right now. You need to shut one of them off. You need to shut the computer off. Like, in other words, stop the line on the computer.
Dang it.
Turn off your face.
I didn't go on Facebook.
Or
just mute it. Just pause it or whatever on your computer. Can't hear you now.
Okay.
There we go.
Hang on.
now there should be another.
You've got 2 devices open, so we're getting all this bleed over.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
You're froze up now.
Oh, you hit the wrong. And
Lila. Yeah, I was just trying to get her to to pause the computer. Just pause that and leave it on the phone.
you can hear her typing on her.
Be fun for him either. No, it's not. He doesn't want to fight his sister. You know? Mom, I'm wrong. Exactly.
Well, we're 1 step ahead already.
You know,
At least he's in.
Yeah, painkiller last time. It was like, man, he is really helpful, and he is. You know, when he feels good.
Right.
You know.
So, speaking of Teen Killer, Jesse, we need to talk about. I guess we'll talk about that. What we got going on, what the little project is, and stuff like that. So I probably need to talk to you about that. You might want to pull Lila off the screen for right now. Maybe she can come back. Okay.
Okay.
Now, hopefully she can come back. And Lila, if you're watching this, if you come back, all you need to do is come back on your phone just like you had it, and just stop on your computer. Pause the live on your computer, because you can't have the live up on 2 devices at one time where you get all that bleed over like that. So anyway, hey, it counted. I was in, Jesse. Dang gummit.
It counts. She got in. That's all we wanted to do. To show that she can do it if she really put her mind to it.
That's exactly what you were doing, Jesse. You were trying to show that she can do whatever she puts her mind to.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if she wants to come back, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I love Lila.
So, but anyway, so how many days we got left, Jerry?
I haven't looked.
You know which one I'm talking about. 2025.
Yeah, that's looking.
Till we have to pay, and then till we actually get on the.
Till we pay is next week.
We got 6 days.
365 days from next week.
To pay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the 26th of 2025.
2025. Okay.
493 days.
492 days till ship time.
493 days to the cruise, and 373 days so you have to have paid.
Okay. Awesome. So
under 500.
Yep, I'm hoping things are just peachy right then. I really do. I hope we're not. The last time we tried to go on a Alaskan cruise once. Unfortunately, it was back during what they called the pandemic, and they were going to make us not only take vaccine shots to go, they were going to make us wear masks on the ship. And I said, I am not going on a vacation where I have to wear a mask the entire time. So we didn't go. And we were set up for that. We had to get reimbursed because.
Did you buy the insurance?
We got the insurance. I don't know what Christine bought. She's the one that does all this stuff. All I know is they had to give us our money back. Because
they gave me 99% of my money back. They withheld $600. That's why we went on the one this winter to get our $600 back. So now we don't know. Nobody owes us any free cruises or any money back. So I think you're going to see that our next cruise is 2025.
Well, Scott, what did you use that certificate out for you? That you're going to go cruising?
Yeah, we might either go this winter, as long as we go. Yeah, as long as I have it booked in 2025
by March of 2025.
As long, because I called NCL, I went above Terry.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's 2025 to book for 2026, they'd allowed it.
Okay, they wouldn't allow us to use it for the cruise. Even though we booked it before, we had an advance. They said no, it had to be used by March of 2025. That's why we weren't going to use it.
Oh,
so you got an extra year on it. That's good.
Don't know. I don't know how they're gonna. I don't. All that I know is it's sitting in my account, and your cups are sitting to go out.
Okay.
So I horse traded Jerry two cups for the certificate.
They're expensive cups. They're $250 a piece.
Getting good cups.
14 karat gold cups.
Ah,
Is Scott, is Glenda here?
I believe. Well, she could be lurking, but I do believe she had a doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay.
Or Sir Grace did.
I need to do a mail call today
Okay.
for the box that she sent me.
Yep.
I need to do that for her. Do you remember the channel that gifted it to me? Because I could not remember and who that was.
When's your next live, Rebecca?
It was on mine.
It's when people want their hats made, I'll go live.
Yeah, but do you have anything scheduled between now and 10 Killer?
No.
No. I was gonna say when you go live, you can mention it during your live.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Johnny does or what we do. Just mention it at the beginning of your live.
Because I know that it was on your, I think it was on your giveaway, but it was someone that won in your chat, and that's the name I can't remember.
Well, my shipping department's not here yet.
howdy, Jennifer.
I don't know where she's at.
I'd have to go back and watch the live, Rebecca.
Okay, I'll do that then.
But I do want to say that it might have been Suzanne.
Suzanne? Yeah.
Who was,
Goulet?
maybe.
I don't.
I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, just go back and
I'll go back and watch.
Yeah.
See who it was, because they need to be mentioned also.
Absolutely.
I feel,
They blessed you, so.
Yes, they did. And then Glenda blessed me a little more.
I know.
I was like, what?
Oh, I know.
So you guys are really dry up there, Scott?
Well, we were. It's raining today.
Oh, okay.
But I'll take a little bit of rain at any time.
Okay. Yeah, we were supposed to get rain today, and it's not happened. We were supposed to get rain a couple of days back. It didn't happen. We're pretty dry right here. I don't know how it is over where Jerry is or Rebecca, but it's really dry up here in the northeastern part of Oklahoma.
It's pretty dry here too.
We were getting sprinkles this morning. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch right now.
Yeah, we had, like, last night whenever I went to bed, we were at 80% chance of rain today. And then today, yeah, we're down to like 12% right now.
Yep. That's the job we should have had with meteorologist. The only job you can have, be wrong 80% of the time and still get you 100% of your pay.
Well, I'm actually hoping they're wrong toward the end of next week. Because
they'll probably calling for nice weather, and it'll probably rain like a thunder gun.
Well, but look at last year's Team Killer. They were calling for rain pretty much that entire weekend, and we got rain. The Friday?
No, it was Saturday morning, wasn't it? Or was it Friday morning?
It was Saturday was beautiful. Saturday was beautiful.
Friday morning we got rain. It only rained for like 30 minutes, and then it wasn't even that bad.
Well, it rained whenever we went out for breakfast.
Right.
And then we went back, and I went to Jesse's RV, and then you came back to the RV. And yeah, it was about 30 minutes before Josh Sherman was our roving reporter whenever Jesse was live, the RV. And yeah, we were telling Josh and his young lad there. His young lad, we were telling them where to go, and they were Jesse's roving reporters. That was a lot.
Jerry, where are you located from Springfield?
On west of it,
West of Springfield?
just south of Joplin.
South of Joplin.
He's
Okay.
in the very far
You're
left
not very
corner.
far away. You're
Far
close.
left corner of the state.
I'm
Yeah,
only
you're,
2.5 hours from Painkiller.
yeah, you're close.
Hey,
I
Johnny.
know where Neosho's at. I'm just if you're looking at Google Maps of the Neosho, I'm at the yellow blue dot. The blue dot. I can't do it. I forgot.
Hey, Johnny. Lisa was looking at the weather for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday up at 10 Killer. It's supposed to be high 72, low 47, almost all 3 days.
Wow.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful weather. I don't know if it's saying that over there, but that's what we got from here.
See where the blue dot is, Johnny?
Yes.
See where it says Neosho? I don't even see that right there.
Yes.
You bigify that, Scott?
Yeah,
Or Jesse?
I've been right through there,
Okay,
Jerry.
hold on. Let me verify you.
We're just south of 44.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I see you. Right there
Yeah.
by Neosho. Yeah, right to the side of Neosho.
Yep. We're 10 miles from Neosho.
Yeah, I've been right through that area a few times. We used to go what do they call it whenever you go remember those store you know those places where you antiquing.
Yeah.
Go antique, to the antique stores. We used to love to go through that area going antiquing and stuff. So yeah, and I'm looking now.
not looking at it.
Well, everybody's throwing up their dots stuff.
I gotta go find those.
So
Nice.
you guys are all showing beautiful weather. What weather program are you using?
I wouldn't. I say I wouldn't want to. Lisa does. I think she uses
Is it
weather.
AccuWeather?
No, it might be, but I think she uses weatherchannel.com or something like
Well,
that.
that's what I'm on is Weather Channel.
And it showed 72 high, low 47 at night, almost all 3 days. And I think it's Sunday, late Sunday or early Monday, it's supposed to rain.
Well, see, I'm on the Weather Channel, and this is exactly what I see. If you want to bigify me
I
for
will.
a second.
I'll bigify you if you want me to. How big you want to be? You want to be bigger than that?
Can anybody read any of that?
Barely.
58%, 58%, 58%, 58%, 58%.
Well, is that next weekend, Johnny?
That's the weekend of that we're going to be at 10 Killer.
Okay, well, I have what I have here. That's, of course, that's right where I'm at. It's supposed to rain on Friday. It's sunny Sunday, and Saturday it's cloudy. And it's at 75% on Friday and 41, and then 1% on Sunday.
Last night, Brian was looking at AccuWeather, and Brian's AccuWeather from up there for Tahlequah was showing only Sunday having a slight chance of rain, like 40% on Sunday. And all of mine have been just blown up with, it's going to, of course, we can't trust this at all because this thing has told me that we're going to get rain for like the last 2 weeks and we have got squat. We have got nothing. So
I use my radar and I can actually see where the rain's at right now. And it's over there in Pittsburgh, Kansas right now.
Yeah.
And there's nothing down towards you.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing down here. I can tell you that.
There's nothing in our area.
There's just enough.
It goes up to Salina in Missouri, going towards Rebecca.
Jennifer, I like your way of thinking out there. Focus on the 45% beautiful sun and perfect weather, and it will happen. There you go.
Well, you know what they say here in Missouri. Wait 15 minutes, the weather will change.
It certainly will.
So we're all excited about it. What have you been doing, Ginger?
I have been outside. I have been putting things together, and I had to go take off my sweatshirt and put on my short sleeve Mod Father, my Bucky shirt. I've just been kicking around.
Yeah. Is there a Bucky? Are you guys going to be able to stop at a Bucky's like on the way here from where you're at? Or is there a Buc-ee's between y'all and here?
I don't know. I don't know the route we're gonna take. My navigator is not here. The
Yeah.
There's
driver.
one, I think there's one west of
Near
you.
Springfield.
Isn't there one west of you, Ginger?
There's
Coming
one in
this way?
Alabama. If we go that way again, we'll pass the one in Alabama.
You probably won't be going that way then, because that's going kind of west, south, southwest. You're going to be going more angled up.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
not sure what you have.
almost the same travel that Jerry went, almost. Except you're not going to go as far north. You're just going to go left.
Gary, did you go up through Blue Ridge when you left, or did you go back down?
We went up 24, and then it was really interesting. We went 24. We went out of Georgia into Tennessee, back into Georgia, back into Tennessee. I looked at Susan. Did I get turned around? Am I back?
I have said that before.
How do you go from out of going north out of Georgia, and then up going into Tennessee, going north, and all of a sudden going back in Georgia? I said,
Yeah.
To me.
It's a very weird spot in Georgia. It was the same thing when we went to Pinecone Fest. I said, Joey, did you turn wrong somewhere? We've been on I-75 the whole time, I thought. And he said, no, it's just the way Georgia goes up and Alabama comes in somehow.
It freaked me out because I thought, because of course we were going 5 miles an hour, and we were just going along traffic, 5 miles an hour. Then we get a little speed area, we go 55 and back down to 5 miles an hour. And I looked at her and said, did I make a turn or something? She goes, no. I said, how do I get back into Georgia? So she pulls out the map and she's going through it. She said, well, it looks like it goes, this is really small, but it looks like it goes up and then back down in again.
Yeah. It is so weird. We were on 515 when we were at Biggins. So when you left Biggins, you turned right and went through Ella J and Blue Ridge, right?
No, I went south. I turned left out of Biggins. Went down a mile and a half and turned right on this little country road, 2-lane country road. Drove it for about 5 to 10 miles to 24. And back to 24.
Okay.
I just went the way my Google Maps said to go.
Okay.
Now, John, let's face it, Johnny. If you said to Joey, I need something at Buc-ee's. He's in Florida. Turn around and then go.
What did you need, Johnny?
At Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if you guys were coming through Buc-ee's, on the way there, that you were going to do a Buc-ee's video while you're on Buc-ee's Live. Or
I can tell you a Buc-ee's Live, the one that we did in Florida, the service, I guess just doing it from my phone, it was terrible. The whole thing was like glitchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just worried about the kids and especially your daughter throwing stuff in the.
You got to see that, didn't you?
That was Joe that was concerned about that.
Yes, it was. You're right.
Ginger, did those pictures come to you okay that the two things that I'm bringing?
Yes.
Good.
Yep, I have it written down. Yep, I have it written down.
I just didn't know if you'd gotten the pictures with the email I sent.
Yes,
so.
yes, I did. And Megan and I have been stuffing the bags this morning, putting some stuff in our bags to participate in the giveaway. And so, yeah, I mean, it's happening, folks. It's happening. This time next week, I'll be in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Ginger, we'll probably talk about this later on, but I did find another gift for another child giveaway.
Oh, did you?
Child.
Okay.
It can be even a teenager. I mean, it's like a 5 or 6 foot kite that we're going to give away for one of the kids up there, so they can have something to play with over there.
Oh,
I was thinking that there's that huge field out there that's wide open right out in the, and I was thinking, boy, that'd be a good place to fly a kite.
Oh, yeah, look at
that. Right for the frisbee golf course.
Yeah, we found it at Buc-ee's. It's huge. It's a huge. I mean, probably about 6 or 7 foot wingspan.
Nice.
It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
You guys were talking about frisbee golf, and I was like, "What's that?"
I thought it's called disc golf.
I didn't even think it was a thing.
Yeah, they call it disc. It's actually disc golf.
Disc golf.
Okay. Yeah. It is pretty odd. It's different.
So,
Oh.
Johnny, I still haven't got the 2 bottles of syrup, but I am still donating 2 bottles of syrup. So just take a picture and I will directly mail it to whoever wins.
Is that for the giveaway?
Yeah, that's Ginger.
Okay.
Whatever, however you want to do it, Jen. You've got two liters of syrup,
Okay.
1 liter bottles.
One comes to me and one goes to the giveaway. No.
Yeah, one goes to the Gillums.
Let me refresh your memory. I got no maple syrup this year.
So there's going to be 2 1-liter bottles of maple syrup from
That I made.
Rambling with the Brooms, Scott, the Rambler.
Yep.
And that are going to be, and he's going to ship them directly to whoever wins those.
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, Ginger, you got me down for 2 pins, right?
2 pins.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember those pins. He's going to make 2 custom pins for that giveaway.
and wait a minute, hold on. You said it was maple syrup, Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they know how to make anything other than maple syrup up there. I know they get into these arguments about walnut maple and some other kind of maple.
You know what? Linda thinks that she found a supplier for walnut syrup. So she's going to order me
I'm going to try it.
Walnut syrup made out of walnuts?
Yep. Walnut tree.
a walnut tree, yes.
Really?
Okay,
Yep.
I do not have you, Jerry, down for what? Now, what did you say?
2 ballpoint pins. I thought you don't have that down? What happened?
2.
Did you send me an email?
He has told me about it, but I haven't sent you an email. But
Okay.
yes, he has 2 custom, very nice pins that he is making. And I apologize because I thought you were probably in the live where he said it.
I wish you was
I
too.
don't think so. But Jerry, are they together?
2 separate.
Together. No, 2 individual pins.
No, I mean 2 separate giveaways, or are you bundling? Okay, 2 separate. All right.
Yeah, we got to spread that love some.
Yeah, and you're bringing them, right?
You know, we're getting 2.
Excuse me?
You're
said
bringing
we
them
ne-
with you?
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing them down. Plus, all my other ones I'm bringing with me, too.
Okay.
In case somebody
Okay.
wants to participate in another one.
All right. And Jesse, you said it's a 5-foot kite?
Yeah, that's this one right here. But I said 5 foot. It says 50-inch wingspan. How long is that?
4 foot.
That's about 4
2
foot,
inches.
4.5 foot.
It's
That's actual math. Not
it
real.
looks like this. Look, can you see
4
the
foot,
line?
2 inches.
Looks like
4
this.
foot 2 inches. Yeah, you're right. Oh, and it says Bucky's on.
That's the
It
Bucky
looks
on.
like my shirt.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a flag.
In my cup.
Yeah, your cup. So we got one of those. We got one of those, and then we got 4 of these. These are the helicopters or rocket copters.
Okay, yes.
Oh, wow.
We got
Okay,
4 packs of
so-
these.
Nice.
Oh, you got.
Well, those at Ollie's.
Yeah,
We can put a
I got
hook
these
on
in-
those
I got
and
these
use
in
them at
Ollie's.
the lake. At the
Oh,
lake.
wait. I'm sorry, Jerry. I do have you down for pins.
Right.
Damn it.
Okay. Well, that's not 4 now. That's just the 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It includes the line and the line holder. So
Okay.
All you got to do is supply the kid.
Okay.
What does it look like, Jess? We never just.
it looks like this.
Okay, it's got Bucky on it. Cool.
Yeah. So it'd be some beaver flying over to Oklahoma.
Woo!
So Jennifer Ocean Homestead has put out a Jesse, did you get my email? I sent you a pic of the shirt front and back. Is it okay? I can change it before the giveaway if I need to. So Jennifer, are you giving away a shirt at the meetup?
Let me look. Let me see. Let me check. Hold on 1 second. Let me go check.
Okay, Jesse, while you're checking that, can you multitask and listen?
On.
Wait, There's nothing on the screen but Jesse's avatar.
He went
Where you can hear Johnny? Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I have, Jesse, that you have 3 5-packs of the helicopter sets. Do you have 3 or 4?
I think he said.
I heard you. We have 4.
Okay.
4 of the copters. I was trying to multitask.
No, that's okay. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic at it.
Okay.
Don't tell him that. His head will swell.
Okay, so she is going to
There's
give
Lisa.
away the shirt.
She's having to wipe her brow because he's got her working.
Yeah, he's got her working so hard.
Hey,
You should be ashamed.
did you finish loading the wagon?
She's gardening.
She ain't finished loading the wagon yet.
It's hot outside.
It's hot outside.
Yes.
Yes, it
Hold
is.
on.
Oh, you've got
Today?
it already?
Jennifer, did you send it? Which email did you send it to? Did you send it to lazydays@1031@gmail.com? Or did you send it to my personal one? Let me
No,
see.
well, she sent the.
It's about a
Oh,
shirt.
she sent, that was the other day. Yes. I did get it.
So Lisa monitors the Lazy Days Ahead 1031@gmail.com email, and I monitored my personal.
I ain't scared to do it all.
It's all day, folks.
Okay, so there's the email.
Do you guys want to see a little bit of the scrubbies?
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab these up in here.
I'm cleaning up my back patio, and then I got to plant some tomatoes and peppers outside.
I have 50. I have 50 of these. These are the ones that don't have the scrubby yarn.
Oh, nice.
And I'm making, if I get it done in time,
Can we send it to you?
I'm making 100 of these.
No, send
There's
it to
someone
me.
that's going to get half of them.
Ginger?
Yeah, send to me. Send to me.
Wow.
So I've got,
nice.
I think, 40 done right now.
40?
40.
Oh,
These
wow.
take a half an hour for each one.
I see Scotty in here. Every time Scotty pops in, it reminds me that I need to put like the tag on something.
Ginger,
light on something.
Ginger and Johnny gonna be having a 10-hour giveaway. I'm gonna be kicking back, relaxing.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
think Josh Sherman's going to be doing it, isn't he?
Johnny, every now and then you're gonna hear from the way in the background people going, give it away now. Johnny."
I think that's going to be. I think we're gonna have to grab Josh Sherman if he's
Well, he's already volunteered.
He's made it by then.
Well,
He
Josh,
might not- if he doesn't leave early enough, he won't be there by then.
He
Thank
might
you, Wanda.
yeah. So we told Josh that the meetup was this weekend, so he'll start going. To make it there by next weekend.
Y'all are rotten.
We'll get there by Thursday, maybe.
He'll be there because he's thinking he's going to be there at the end of the meetup, and it's the start of it.
Oh, that was
So, Jesse,
What?
this isn't, I'm not being smart. I don't want to walk over you on Saturday. When are you normally over by? 8 o'clock?
We try to get done by 8. We really do.
Okay, so that would be 9 o'clock. Okay, we should still be together. It's just Rochelle and Kevin, they want to go live with our little get together on Saturday. And I'm like, well, no, Jesse and Lisa are on. I'm not walking over them.
Yeah, we try to get done by 8. We really do. But, sometimes we'll go 8:05, 8:15, something like that.
9.
No, we've never. No. Okay.
Yes, you have just recently. Listen to the wife behind you. She knows. And the sister below you, because we
Well,
both.
you know what? I don't have Battissimo telling me what to do anymore, so
I know.
it's kind of hard to keep.
Did you ever
I
find
miss my
anything
Battissimo.
Did you ever find anything to take the place of Battissimo?
No.
No. I think Kevin has something, doesn't he, Scott?
So that's what I'm going to talk to Kevin on Saturday whenever we're alone. And he's got 2 that he said are just about as good as Battissimo. So I want to find out if it's free or how much they are. And yeah, apparently he's got 2 of them that he's been playing with behind the scenes. One's
Hey, My Wild Homes in the house. Welcome in there, Melody and Ryan.
They've been in for a little bit.
Sorry, I missed them.
Hi, Melody and Ryan.
So we were trying to determine last night whether they had decided whether or not they were going to try to make it. I know they, I told them, I said, there's cheap hotels all around, guys. Cheap, good ones, not cheap like doors on the outside from the parking lot. Ones, good ones.
Hey, I stayed in one of those at Pinecone Fest. It wasn't that bad.
No, I'm talking. You got to understand the law. The lodge is like that, and it's nice. The lodge is nice.
Yeah.
Be comfortable.
But whenever you go to like into town, and let's say it that way, you go into certain parts of town, and then you see a whole bunch of them with all the doors on the outside and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We usually drive on past them.
So, a little nervous.
Well, I've had to lay in front of those doors. Sometimes the doors won't lock, and I've had to actually sleep against the door.
Oh, wow.
On the floor.
Yikes.
Holding them shut and stuff like that. So
yeah.
When I go to a place like that, Johnny, I always hang the sign out there that do not disturb. I hang the sign out there that says, "We don't call 911." That's all I'm gonna say.
We call Smith. We call Smith and Wesson. That's our
911. Yeah. Always bring Remington
and Constable Ruger.
Uh-oh. So Xander's at the fly shop. Nice. Every time something gets after our chickens out here, I think of you, Xander. I think of all the flies you could be tying with that stuff.
I was gonna say I could send them flies. We got lots of them come off the cows.
Uh-oh. So, but anyway,
so I got all those gifts marked down now.
Now, Ginger, you guys are taking off Wednesday morning?
We are.
Okay. And Jesse and them are going to get there Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there Wednesday afternoon, or like 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably I'll probably head down there Wednesday evening to see if anybody else has made it in and visit with y'all a little bit.
Yeah.
And
we're going to be at the border. So what's the name of that town we're going to be at? Durant. So we're going to be in Durant, Oklahoma. So however long it takes to get from Durant to Tenkiller. That's Tuesday night.
That's when you're going to leave from Durant?
Correct.
On
we
Wednesday?
We stay overnight at Durant.
Oh, okay.
Right there near the casino at their RV park.
Uh-huh.
And then the next morning we'll get up and have breakfast, and then we'll go down to Tenkiller. So however long it takes to get from Durant to Tenkiller, that's how long it'll take for us to get there.
Okay.
So wait, Durant, you're staying there Tuesday night or Wednesday night?
Tuesday night we'll be at Durant, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. So you're going to get there way before we will.
We're leaving here Tuesday morning, or whatever time we leave here Tuesday morning. And then we'll get to Durant, Oklahoma, and then it's 5 hours from here to Dallas.
That's in a regular car.
That's just a regular car, so RV takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Do you guys pick, whenever you're making that trip, Jesse? Do you guys try to pick a time of the day when you're not going to be going through like Austin and Dallas?
We try
at the peak.
We try to beat the rush hour on that, but our deal is we don't like to travel over 6 hours. We like to travel 6 hours or less, or 300 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 300 or 6 hours, whichever comes first.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's a good rule of thumb.
If you were with me, Jesse, when I came back from after being with Ginger, we just went around and stayed at Ginger's for 6 hours.
Yeah, you had like three traffic jams. I know, I was following you. You had like 3 traffic jams that you had no control over. But no, it's a whole lot easier in the RV, because even if we had to pull over, we can rest in the RV. It's no big deal.
Right.
But anyway, so Jennifer Ocean sent me an email. I'm going to talk about that. So she wants to donate, if I'm not mistaken, boy, I read this. She's got 2 designs here on a T-shirt that she wants to give away. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jennifer. And do you want me to show these to these guys now or not? Not. It's just two different images in the same pic.
Hey, backyard trucker.
Hey, I saw you this morning in my live. Good morning.
Yep.
Good morning.
Hi, backyard trucker.
He's
It's one, Jennifer. It's front and back. One.
One, okay. One front and back. Okay, I see it now. One and back. So let's see if I can. It'll let me open it up just by that.
Huh?
Can't show them.
You can't show it then. If I need to change it, I can make changes. What she's wanting you to do is she's wanting you to look at it, see if you like it.
Yeah, I don't see no problem with it. I don't see any problems with it. It looks good to me.
It's 100% cotton.
Yeah, it looks like it's an American Apparel heavyweight cotton tee, and it looks like it comes in like 5 or 6 different colors. So we're talking about giving away one shirt, right, Jennifer?
One.
What she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, that's what she said. One shirt, front and back. It's got
Okay, let me see if I can.
logo front and back.
Now, is this going to be a direct ship to the winner?
Yes, it'll be a
Yeah,
direct
it's gonna
ship
have to
from.
be.
You
Yeah.
can show it.
All right.
I just seen she said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she said it was on auto correct. She meant it. Yes, you can show it. Not you can't. So who's going to look after the piggies whenever you're gone, Jijin?
I think they're coming with her.
Well, two of
And if they keep coming out, they'll be getting out of the pen. They'll be the only 2 left, or the only 4 left.
What?
They're crafty.
No,
Huh?
they're still getting out.
You lost a bunch of them?
I've had 3 times now. I've had a couple escape. This morning, right before Craft and Chat, I started making coffee and I looked out the kitchen window over the sink as I was filling up the coffee pot, and I thought, that piglet looks like it's a little bit closer and it's not on the right side of the fence. I can see it pretty good. I don't see any lines in front of it. Yeah, this is not good. So I'm out there in my pajamas, mind you. And I called my son Joe and I was like, Joe, get out of here right now. We got another piglet loose.
Pig wrangling.
Just as I said that, another one came out from underneath the fence. And I was like, sweet Jesus, now I got another one out. So
is it like a divot, a natural low spot in the ground where they're getting out under the fence?
and I have put rocks and
These-
other kinds of fencing in front of it. And it's funny because on their side, they dig under and let the rock fall into the pen and then they climb out. I'm like, guys, these are boulders. I can hardly lift them.
I understand that hot wire works good with pigs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have to have electricity for that, Jerry.
Oh, solar.
Oh,
They have solar ones now.
Solar one.
do they? Okay.
Yeah, solar. That's what we use. Whenever you see me turning those hot wires on and off out there,
Uh-huh.
that's solar. That's all solar.
That's going to be the next investment once we get back into some. I think we're going to try to kind of get out of the pig business for a while.
They're
How
gonna
many
get
you
in.
guys left?
They're gonna get in the cattle
One
business.
later.
No, I'm not ready for that yet. I really don't have the infrastructure for that, but I think because especially when you said, yeah, that fence is merely a suggestion that they stay here.
So how many do you have left, Ginger?
I have, left that are here at my house or left available to give away.
Well, did you lose any of them?
No,
Any babies?
4 of them already went to their home.
Oh, okay.
They're forever homes.
But you didn't lose any from a death or nothing.
No, and we've recaptured all the ones that have escaped.
So you have 5 left then?
6. We had
Six
10
left?
total. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Wow, that is nice.
Yeah.
So what that cow up there in the corner?
Running.
It's got horns, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the one that she wants to donate. It looks like 10 Killer Meetup on one side, YouTube. Some guy fishing. Looks like a bunch of cabins, trees, YouTube Meetup, and then on the other side, I guess, which is the back, has a farm, has a Gillum farm cow. It has the cross, and I guess this is I don't know what that is. That a house or maybe it's a lodge. Jennifer Ocean's Homestead YouTube. So maybe that's Jennifer Ocean's lodge, her home.
Yeah.
And that's her favorite YouTube cow, she said. You mean she doesn't like the furry ones? What?
Yeah.
I will no longer speak.
It's just a house, she said.
Just
She
a
said
house.
just a house.
And then you got your garden, and then the chickens and the little chickadees down there. So this is the ones that she's going to donate. So if I can go out,
Okay.
either.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank
Jennifer.
you very much.
Thank
Now-
you, Jennifer.
Now, do you want me to write that down on my list, Jesse?
No, she don't. Yeah, it's not for me. It's for the 10 Killer. So it's yeah. You can write it down.
Okay.
She said she had to do the best with the images available to pick from.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
And speaking of shirts, if you guys know, we do have 10 Killer shirts at the Gillum Farms
Bonfire.
their bonfire channel, or the channel on their bonfire, and you can order those right now. You're not going to get them before the meetup, but if you want to have one to wear afterwards, you can still order them. Didn't Johnny Semmy say that we're going to have some there at the meetup?
I think Pooch was going to try to make some. Of course, I haven't heard him talking about. I need to ask him again if he was going to bring any.
Okay.
Usually, whenever I talk to them and they're live a lot, but usually they're so far behind in the chat that
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like after
that's easy to do.
live before they see
But,
anything I
but if you
said.
do order one, it'll look like this.
Nice.
Gonna miss the first hour of Homestead Hangout. That'd be us.
Yeah.
Aw.
We'll see you next time, Scotty.
Mandatory Zoom meeting.
Take care.
Do what?
I just said good day. Good night.
Oh.
Good day, eh?
I know something Ronald doesn't know. He's getting one of those and he doesn't know it. I'm not telling him.
Yeah, they're here.
Hey,
they're here
if
at
you-
our place.
Scott, if you don't mind me saying, Lone Cross, which is Scotty.
Yep.
Scotty, I do want to say we did get your email. We can't thank you enough for that donation. Appreciate it.
Oh.
I mean, not email, your regular mail. We got regular snail mail from you, and we want to let you know we did get it.
Oh, there's
We get
one.
that donation.
There's
Thank you
one.
so much.
Jerry's got his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but look at mine. Does yours have that on the back?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
Look, I just finished it.
Very good.
Is that number
Nice.
42?
41.
41. Dang it, missed it.
Missed it by
One.
one.
Well, at least she was counting, right? So that's 41.
Yes,
I
that's
thought she was
true.
on 42.
That's true. If you buy a raffle ticket, I know.
Wow, we got nice.
Hold up now. That's a need to be present to win.
Yep,
Yeah,
gotta be present.
If you buy a raffle ticket, there's a certain man that fixes stuff that I'm stuffing his bags, and both his bags have a 10 Killer shirt in them.
Ooh, look at there.
And here it is. The
There.
need to be present to win is all that means. Is
Oh.
if you win, you can give it to me as a present.
That's a nice cup,
There
Jerry.
you go. That is a nice cup.
Yeah, I love this cup.
Yeah, how about that? That kind of looks
Very
like mine.
nice.
You have one of these just like this?
It kind of looks like mine.
No, it doesn't look like yours. Mine's got a llama in mine. You don't have a llama in yours. You got a Toby in yours.
I love your new cup.
Mine are dull.
So
I have one of my old ones. Hang on to it. Collector's items.
I think we got to shut this down because we are now approaching 3 hours and 10 minutes.
yeah.
And I got to get ready. I still have to pack.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So,
we'll see you all at Homestead Hangout. I'll go ahead and dip out, and you can say goodbye to everybody. Nice to see everybody.
Hey, if anybody sees me struggling,
I want to say safe travel to everybody that's up on this panel. And
yeah, thank you.
I will be praying you guys get there safe and sound.
Thank you.
I will be watching from afar, breaking my heart, but
No.
got to do what you got to do, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I do.
absolutely. Us too. And Johnny, if you need to throw a line,
I was playing
fish
another
on.
fish on.
Fish on.
playing on
Is
another
that
front.
Johnny? Is that going to be our code word for tonight when you need help?
Fish on.
Fish on. Where is it? Where are you people?
Time
Just
for
let
us
me
to
know.
come in on the back door.
Let me know. I got my little running errands right now. She's doing. I say errand runner. My daughter.
You know what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to run outside, pull the camper down here close to the house, hook up the power washer, and go to
Oh, nice.
the outside of the camper to get
Good.
like several years of moss and stuff off of it from being out.
Well, Johnny, don't get too close with that pressure washer because you might blow one of the wall panels off.
Well, that's true. It could happen.
Or you could give yourself a bath. I've done that before too.
Oh yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
That might be
Yeah, well-
refreshing though. So,
Today
I
it
want to
would
blow a hole in the side, Johnny.
all right,
In other
guys,
words-
I'm gonna
in other
dip
words,
out.
don't-
I'll see y'all later.
Don't wear that green hat, that camouflage hat. You'll mess it up.
Nah, I think I probably won't have a hat. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right.
I want everybody to have fun. And guys, if you're going and a bigger channel is there or somebody that you think you're intimidated, go say hello because that will be your worst. There's a lot of bigger channels. I'm upset that I did not go and see because I wasn't home a week and they were like, yeah, we wanted to say hello. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to bug you. You know what? Get and bug them. That's how you meet people in this community. So make sure you go meet everybody. Hey, moms. Make sure you go meet
Great jams.
everybody, chat with whoever you want, and chat with even some people that you don't know.
Hey, Grape Jams.
You will meet new friends. I'm glad that I was able to do it at least once. Hopefully I can do it more, but with the price of our dollar and everything, there's just no way I could do it this year.
I made
Your dollar add 35 cents.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like my plane ticket, because I was going to surprise. My plane ticket was going to be $3,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no way. So
And if he shows up, guys.
you know what? I'm into a conference now. You guys will see me in Toronto. I will not be showing up.
It'll be even worse than when Dale showed up at Pinecone Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you show up, Scott, I'm calling BS on you, Bubba.
All right.
From here on out.
Yeah, I'll bet you $1,000 I don't show. Anyways, you guys all take care. God bless. And don't forget, we will see you tomorrow night. And we could end up, you never know what's going to happen on Friday nights.
And then we'll be live Saturday.
God
yeah,
bless.
that's right.
Yes.
We'll
Don't
be here at 5 tonight. Anybody's around.
I will be doing a pop-up live sometime Saturday with Hubert Chat, Brampton Gardner, and a few other of the posse. Anyway, take care, guys.
All right.